me, this a highlight. We rising far above the game. That's a fly.
I can't do my applause for you guys. Gotta give a cheer for each and every one of you guys out. You guys are helping the channel grow at a tremendously fast pace. So again, I thank each and every one of you all. If you are here on the live, appreciate you. You know how we do. Make sure you're dropping your information down there in the comments, so other minority entrepreneurs can find out about you as they're watching this on replay or if they're here live as well. Also, we're going to do a little housekeeping in the beginning. So if it's your first time hanging out with us, we get this housekeeping work out of the way. We're going to be diving into a lesson today. How can you make six figures? Yes, how can you make high six figures while working your 9 to 5? I know 9 to 5 jobs often get, frowned upon in this business ownership, in this entrepreneurship journey. And I'm not a firm believer of that. I started at a 9 to 5, and I think most entrepreneurs, business owners started at a 9 to 5 as well. So I'm going to teach you guys a little today about how I got going, as well as how you can get going with putting money in your pocket. And I have this thing right here. You should not leave your 9 to 5 until you at least can double your income consistently, right? So you can break that income up into monthly, right? How much do you get paid monthly? So if you can consistently make double your income for 3 months straight, then now you have a formula. You should have been able to create a formula that can consistently not pay you what you've been making, but pay you double what you've been making. So that gives you kind of a little security to leave that 9 to 5. And the other beauty of why I'm telling you to do it double is because I don't want you using your hands to produce a solution. So in the beginning, your hands may have to produce the solution because that's the way that your mind is thinking. But if you double what you make, now when you go to leave that 9 to 5, you also have enough income that you could pay an assistant or someone out there to help you along this journey. And again, you're not losing money out of your pocket. Okay. So we're going to utilize that 9 to 5 while we're there and generate ourselves some revenue with the world's largest customer. And again, this brings security. Now, if you really want to scale and you want to grow to millions, you're going to have to leave the 9 to 5 job. Most business, not all business, but most business is done during the hours of work. So you need to be able to be out in the streets to shake hands and kiss babies. And you're not going to be able to do that if you're stuck behind the cubicle during working hours. All right. So that's my goal for you guys today, is to find out about some information that you can hopefully digest and start to implement, and don't use the job as an excuse. It's just a learning vessel, honestly, while you're at that job. So once again, while you're here, make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button. Go ahead and share this out with other minority entrepreneurs, because they need to put some money in their pocket too. Only 1.67% of the black minority population here is working with the world's largest customer, and we're going to change that. It changes by me spitting out this information, and by each and every one of you continuing to subscribe to the channel, support the channel, and telling other minority entrepreneurs about it. In the meantime, if you are here on Clubhouse at this moment, go ahead. You can click the link at the top and join us over here on YouTube Live, or you're more than welcome to stay right there in Clubhouse. But while you're there in Clubhouse, I want you to go ahead and share this room out. Don't be stingy with the shares. It's a little square button down there at the bottom with an arrow in it. Share this out so another minority entrepreneur again can find out how they can start generating high six figures while at their 9 to 5 working with the world's largest customer. Yes, the federal government. So if it's your first time here, first of all, I do want to thank you guys. Shout outs to you. My name's Dr. Travis Davidson from the DMV area. In this government contracting game now for 11 years. Started out, graduated from an HBCU, and was working just like many of you all. I had pretty good pay too, not gonna lie. I was making some good money coming out of college, $90,000 a year for what I thought in this Washington, D.C. area was great pay. It was more than the people that I went to school with, so thought I was doing my thing. But I found out that, the Matter of fact, you guys put a one in the chat if this has ever happened to you. Have you guys ever did something, whether it was at your job? It's usually going to happen at your job, but have you ever uh, did the work and somebody else got recognized for it? Like they got the pat on the back. Put a one in the chat if that has ever happened to you, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Clubhouse. Go ahead and drop a one in the chat. If you've ever produced a solution of something, if you've ever done something in your life and nobody recognized you for it, they actually recognized somebody else. I mean, it's definitely happened to me in group projects and things of that nature. But it definitely happened to me at work too. And, you know, we were working on this thing called the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. Some of you guys know it. And I was pretty much heading up that project, and it was four of us. And I'll never forget that December when they had the Christmas party, and the manager gets all the recognition. Well, I wrote code and stuff to filter these emails out as it was coming through, so we could get our projections a little bit better. I was doing everything. Here's the kicker. I was doing everything that I could possibly do to bring the best solution. I was using my coding mind to write code when my manager didn't even know how to do this stuff. I was giving them results that they had nobody there for that company who could produce it, right? So come to Christmas party, you know, I've wrote this code. We got stuff flowing now. We got things a little more organized based off of the functions that we had under our company, right? They could have purchased tools that probably would have made it better, but they didn't put that in the proposal. They didn't have the money to just go buy new tools. And the government was using something called Remedy, and Remedy was just tragic back then. But anyways, you know, I helped this project get extreme recognition to the government from the contractor side, and I didn't get acknowledged for that. And I'm telling you guys this story because all of you all that put a one in the chat right now and said that this has happened to you, you've done some major things in your life already that you've literally exceeded your own expectations. You probably exceeded the owner's expectations. The only difference is you still got paid per hour for that instead of getting paid for the project. See, the business owner that you did that for, they were getting paid for the project and paying you per hour. What I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that you have the skills. You have the mind right now to increase your value at this moment. Now, again, I don't want you guys to leave the 9-to-5 job because you heard me say that, you know, your value is worth more than per hour pay. That's not what we're going to do. Instead, we're going to increase our per hour pay right now. While we know it's guaranteed, we're going to increase it by doing a couple things. We're going to want to have to sacrifice some sleep 9 times out of 10 because you're still going to have to go to work. You're still going to have to come home. My mother's out there and tend to your children. Hopefully be a wife, you know, if you're in that situation. You're still going to have to come home and eat and work out and do your day-to-day activities. But here's the thing. I know for a fact where you have some time at, and it's called sleep. So if you're not willing to schedule your day out and take away entertainment time outside, and you're not willing to turn the TV off and stop listening to music for a second, then the only thing that you have to sacrifice is your sleep. So you're either going to go to sleep an hour or two later, or you're going to wake your ass up an hour or two earlier to make this happen. Because anything else after that is an excuse to me, and there's nothing that I can do about it. There's nothing that nobody can do about it. You have a 9-to-5 job. This is the only way around it. The other option that you have to do is instead of going out of the country for vacation, why don't you take vacation and then work on your business? Why don't you take that sick leave because you partied a little too much on Friday or Thursday night and use Friday, Saturday, Sunday to build your business? You should have a week or two of sick leave. If you do that every Thursday every one Thursday out of the month for the next 10 Thursdays, I mean, you should be in pretty good position, right? I'm telling you guys the sacrifices that you may have to make. Now, again, we're going to dive in. What are we going to do with this sacrifice time? All right. I'm leading you guys up to the mindset that you're going to have to get into in order to accomplish this high six figures that you want to earn while you're sitting at your 9 to 5. These are the things that I did. These are the things that you're going to possibly have to do yourself. Don't forget, make sure that you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Also, make sure that you are sharing this out with another minority entrepreneur so they can find out about this information too. Only 1.67% of the black minority population is working with the world's largest customer, and we need that number to change. The only way to make that change is if we get this education out into our community. So again, make sure you share this information out. We're going to do a little housekeeping real quick, and then we're going to dive into today's session. If you have never met me, puremoneygovcon.com. If you want to learn more about government contracting and you want to get into my 1-year course where we do have tons of videos in the back office that teaches you about this information. This is what our evergreen course looks like if you take a look at this screen right here. Here is our evergreen course. And guys, we have tons of information back here. We have replays to our 7-day challenges. We got the agency links once you do your research that you can go directly to them. We have all of the videos of getting started. One of my favorite videos of learning my cheaters method. I'm going to teach you guys all of this information back there, as well as it's an evergreen course. So the more that I learn about government contracting, because I'm still always in a learning mode, I'm not a multi-billionaire yet, so I still have tons of room to learn. But as I learn more about government contracting from doing, not hearing, I create the videos for it and I put it back here in this back office right under our Pure Money classes. So you'll get an opportunity to look at that. One of the videos that if you jump into our government contracting course that I highly, highly advise you guys to go take a look at is I'm selling now, who's buying? This is going to teach you exactly how to rip through the data of the government. And you don't have to pay for any software or anything of that nature right now. You could utilize the free resources, and I'll show you right there in that information. Once again, if you want that, puremoneygovcon.com. If you're looking to find out if you're ready for government contracting or not, like if you aren't sure about this, well, go to GovCon cheat codes, GovCon cheat codes or code. Make sure you're putting www in front of these two. But go to www.govconcheatcodes.com. And as you see, I have an assessment right here that you could take and find out if you're ready for government contracting, and most importantly, how we can best help you. After you take that assessment and find out how we can best help you, and you want to come back here, I have tons of resources that you can actually go to. Oh, I changed that link. I actually need to go back and change this link back to what it was, but there should be a resource guide right here. But see, we got the content suggestion button there. I'll change this evening to a resource guide that has tons of free information there for you, as well as other things that you could purchase. And the last thing there that I wanted to show you was, hey guys, I want to make sure that I'm making the videos for you. I want to make sure that I'm making the information that's going to help you grow better. So if you go to govconcheatcodes.com, there's a tab up here on the top left-hand corner, as well as there's going to be one at the bottom that you can actually come right here and just give me one or hopefully 3 different topics that you would like me to make videos about so I can give you the information that you need to keep pushing forward. So once again, go to GovCon Cheat Codes, www.govconcheatcodes. Take the assessment, give me some content suggestions so I can keep giving you all the information that you need. The last thing that I have to give you guys is my 7-day government contracting challenge. Listen, if you want to hit the ground running, I just need 7 days of your time. Give me 7 days of your time, and I will walk you through the basis of setting your business up to win government contracts. It's not hard to win government contracts. It's just new. It's different. You haven't learned it yet, and we're going to teach you this information in just 7 days. If you actually go to puremoney.com/7-day challenge, you will be able to access the challenge. It gets started October the 17th. Once again, that is October the 17th. You'll be able to get live videos on working with the federal government. You'll also get replays of those videos for 30 days, just in case if you can't make it, you can go back and watch those. So I think that is all the housekeeping. If you want to get to the money at the end of the day, puremoneygovcon.com can always take you to where you need to be. Oh, I lied. I said that's the last of the housekeeping. I need to let you guys know how to find me. I've changed the page up a little bit as well. You can click the link in my Instagram bio, or you could go to travisknows.com. Okay, doesn't matter how you spell nose, just put an S on the end. Travis Knows, www.travisknows.com. It'll bring you here to the site. It has all of the links that I just talked about, as well as if you scroll all the way down here to the bottom, you can find all of my other social media channels. So you make sure you do not miss out when I go live. Turn those subscriptions on, subscribe to channels, bells on. So once again, I go live, you do not miss out, and you can ask your questions. Now that's all the housekeeping part that I got right there. We can get into the subject for today. I do want to tell you guys know I'm real interactive on YouTube and have you guys putting stuff in the comments all the time. So last week when we did this, I mean, we had 600 and some comments. So to help me out so I can answer your questions the best, if you have a question during this time, no matter when I'm talking, I need you to put a Q in the front, dash, and then your question. That way, when I'm scrolling back through all of the comments, I can quickly look for the Q and then I can answer your question. All right. So once again, if you have a question, put that Q in the front. Don't forget, make sure you guys, I see a lot of comments coming in of where you're at. Make sure you guys are communicating, man. I'm just here providing the information. The real sauce is what you guys connecting with each other right here in these comments. So once again, keep connecting with each other, because these could be potential partners sitting in these comments. You never know how your service right now could help another service on the other side of the United States. You may know something that somebody on the other side of the United States does not know. And when you guys come together, oh man, you guys perform something powerful, and then you could handle some of those multi-million-dollar solutions right there, or those multi-million-dollar problems, by giving them a multi-million-dollar solution just because you made connections. But anyways, let's dive into it. Don't forget, share this information out while we are here live so other individuals can find it. If you just jumped on Clubhouse, you want to see what we got going on, click that link at the top. It will bring you over here to YouTube so you can actually see what we're doing here. Let's get the party started, man. We want to actually look at the sauce. Okay, so once again, how do I make 100,000 plus? Well, I really want y'all to make at least 500,000 and over, because 100,000 just ain't enough. But if the first goal is $100,000, well, now we're going to start there, right? Because once you make one, then you can figure out how to make two, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. Now you have 1.6 million. If you literally look at it like that, like, don't try to say, I'm just going to jump out of the gate at $1 million. Our goal is $1 million. Matter of fact, I want to know, y'all know how it is. How many of y'all want to be a millionaire? If you want to be a millionaire, I need you to put in the chat right now, I am a millionaire. Put it in there. I am a millionaire. Now, see, we do this all of the time because, I do have $1 million, but that doesn't matter. I need you guys to have $1 million. That's the whole reason that, I speak this stuff into existence. It's the reason why I'm teaching. I found out when you make a lot of money, it's pretty damn boring when you're there by yourself. So I say, well, hey, the people around me ain't listening to me. So why don't I get on the internet and tell some other individuals about what's going on? I made a whole new family right here on the internet. And with my family, I need you to have the mindset of becoming a millionaire, because chances are most of us aren't thinking big enough at this moment. Like right now at this moment, we're not thinking bigger. You got to believe that you can achieve these bigger targets. And trust me, $1 million ain't really that big, but that should be everybody's first goal. So when you put I am a millionaire, you are claiming it, not me. I'm already that. I type in I am a billionaire. That's the goals that I'm trying to get to right now. But a millionaire is a great goal to get to. But the same way that I'm going to teach you how to make 100,000, when you make 1,000,000, it's easy to learn how to make two. When you make two, it's easy to learn how to do 4, 4, 8, 8, 16. And we keep carrying it on. So the same system that you're going to figure out how to create $100,000 for yourself, it can easily be turned into $1,000,000. So your mind needs to go to that mode. I appreciate all of you guys typing that in there. I am a millionaire. I see them billionaire statuses coming in too. I like that. So now that I have my mindset right, I understand. Here's the thing. The reason why I want to look at government contracting for this is because I know this customer got $1 trillion. Like, not a trillion. They have multiple trillions. And once again, I don't know how many millions is in trillions, but it's a whole lot. So if we just try to be a millionaire, right? If we try to be a millionaire, that's just a percentage of the customer's purse, just a small percentage. So my odds are good. Now I got to understand how to play this game. Because everybody's not here. I told you only 1.67% of the black community is there. So I know that my competition is limited. With a customer, they got more money than anybody else in the world. So how do I play this game so I can become a millionaire? Well, I got a couple options. The chances are that I'm not going to jump in this space and win $10 million out of the gate. Like that just ain't going to happen. Because you just don't know how to do it yet. I'm not saying that it can't happen, that it won't happen. I'm just saying the odds of playing that game is going to be slim. It's like being at the craps table. How many of you guys have ever shot craps before? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever rolled craps, or if you ever played CeeLo, any dice game. How many of you guys have ever shot a dice game before? Put a 1 in the chat. Well, if you've ever played a dice game, you know the odds. When you go to the casino, they tell you the odds of things. So one thing in the dice game, they have this thing called bet 'em all. Not on all the crap tables, but some of them, they have at the top where you bet them all. And what you're betting is that the shooter that has the dice in his hand at that time is going to hit every number on the die. So that is from 2 to 12. That they're going to hit every number on those die. Well, no, I said 2 to 12. I'm sorry, 2 to 24 because, well, no, you got to get 6 and 6. Yeah, 6 and 6. So 2 to 24. You have to hit every number on the die while one roller has the die. If they can hit it, the odds is insane. Now, I did this one time in Las Vegas. I ended up winning $40,000. I've never hit it again, by the way. But I won $40,000. This Asian guy, man, he's just rolling the die. He was on the die as the shooter for an hour and a half. But he was just making us money. We lost some money a couple times, but he's just making us money. And it just so happens that it hit. The whole casino went crazy. Because it doesn't happen. They just take everybody's money at the top away all of the time. Do you know how many times I had to put the money out there before it hit? Like, I put the money out there. I probably at least lost $5,000 before I won 40. And that's not a good game to play. I was drunk. That was stupid. But it's just paying out at that time. See, you do stupid things when you're drunk. So when I see people bid in certain ways and trying to go after certain things in government contracting, they've never done it, I'm thinking either you're drunk or stupid. If you come to me and tell me that you're trying to do $10 million, $50 million just starting out of this thing, like, I think that you're either drunk or stupid. But if you understand that if I can learn how to make $100,000, then I can make $500,000. If I can learn how to make $500,000, then I can make $1 million. $1 million, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8. Like, it's baby steps. Now, if you're that special guy like this Asian guy over here, and you already know that you got $1 million in your bag, and that you nice on these dice, because you're a subject matter expert. You know that you have a specialty that the government's got to have right now. You're like a special person. Then forget all of that other stuff that I just said. You can go make yourself $10 million right now if you that special person. But if you not that special person like myself, I wasn't special. I graduated computer engineer, but I cheated the whole time. I wasn't a special person. But I found out that there's a customer that got some special rules for non-special people like myself and much like everybody else here. You just got to learn how to play it. So now, how do we get to 100,000 when you ain't that special? Again, I'm talking about myself, guys, so don't get your panties in a bunch. I like to talk about me personally, and it just so happens that while I talk about myself, it usually hits home at a couple other people because that's the way that the algorithm works. You guys are kind of like me. I curse a lot. You guys are okay with people that's cursing. Usually, if you don't like cursing, you don't follow me. See how the algorithm works? That's why I curse more, so I can get rid of the people that got problems with cursing because you're not gonna be able to work with me if you have a problem with cursing. All right? But what I'm telling you is when I talk about myself, I'm really just talking about me. I'm not talking about you or anybody else on this line, so don't get your panties in a bunch about anything that I say. Now, for my regular self that don't know anything, how do I make $100,000 while I'm behind that cubicle? Well, the jobs say that I can't work while I'm there. Most jobs, right? They're like, yo, you can't get on the computers and stuff while you're there. Cool. So I told you you're going to have to sacrifice some time when you get off. Well, before I want to find out, like, I heard about this customer called the government. How do I even work with this customer? Well, everybody got to get their business registered right here on this site, sam.gov. You cannot do anything until you're registered on sam.gov. So I'm not going to go in the full thing of sam.gov. I got videos on YouTube for you to go back and look at sam.gov as well as my courses, tons of information. But once you get there, I thought I was signed in here. Let me get myself signed in. Again, it's best if you signed in. I don't even think this stuff will work if you're not signed in. As far as going through the data, because we got to do some research first. So we're going to go over here to the data bank. Now, some people are scared to get into the service side of contracts. The service side of contracts will take a little bit more work, not all the time, but usually it takes proposals and things of that nature. So, if you're scared to get into that lane, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, man. Whatever you don't want to do, whatever you don't feel comfortable, don't do the shit. It's very simple. You don't have to be scared at every goddamn thing. Do not do the stuff that scares you. It's a very simple thing. Just because I do service-based contracts at multi-million dollars does not mean that you have to do that. Do what you can handle. Be your own person. Know the information is here, but you be you. You do something that you can be consistent at. Remember, consistency is key. You're going to get rewarded through consistency. This ain't no get rich quick scheme. And honestly, I really don't like teaching this type of information like the 6 figures overnight because look, the stuff that I'm about to show you, this ain't sustainable. I really want my community to get educated on creating wealth. Me teaching you how to make a goddamn $100,000 one good time ain't creating wealth that's going to be sustainable. This is why I told you, I want you to have the mindset that I'm going to teach you how to make $100,000, but you got to understand that once you hit 100, I got to go to 2. Once I hit 2, I got to go to 4. I cannot stop. I just got a taste of it. But damn it, don't get satisfied at this one little sorry taste. You need to be more hungry. And the reason why is because this customer got an abundance of money. Why should you shortchange yourself at 100,000 when I just told you they got 7+ trillion? But we got to eat it. We got to eat it on little bite sizes right now because you don't know it yet. So, how do I get bite-sized contracts with the government? Well, they have a whole bite-sized opportunity. It's called micro purchases. Now, before I go any further, again, I want you guys to make sure that you're sharing this information out. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit that like button so other minority entrepreneurs can find out about this information. Don't hoard it in, guys. I'm not holding it back to you. I'm telling you guys for free. So all I ask you to do is share this out with somebody else so they can learn this same information. The same way you're learning for free, allow them to learn for free. And since I show up here every week without a problem, I just ask that you take that little thumb of yours and you take 5 seconds out and you share this out with other minority entrepreneurs so they can consume this information too. Now, the government uses something for small purchases called micro purchases, purchase cards. Anything under $10,000, they can just award to you right there, Johnny, on the spot. There's no paperwork to this stuff. I mean, you just buy it. Another thing that usually happens that can go under these types of purchases, not a micro purchase style, but a very simple purchase situation is RFQs, request for quotes. A request for quote is what it is. I'm requesting for a quote. Not a proposal. That's a RFP. They want a quote. Guys, don't make this process hard. We've put quotes to everybody. Have you ever had your friend? I want you guys to drop a 1 in the chat if you have ever had anybody ask you how much is the price for that and you told them. Put a 1 in the chat. I don't even care if it was formal, like if it was a text message or anything. Have you ever had anybody ask you, what is the price for this? And you told them? That's a quote. You quoted them at a price and you wanted to see if they would accept it. 1 or 2 things will happen. 1 or 2 things. I think it's 2, could be 3. They accept the quote. They pay you exactly what you said. That's what you want to happen. Well, 3 things can happen. They see your quote is so outrageous and they just throw it away. Don't respond to you. Or they've probably gotten a quote from 2 other people minimum and they fire back and ask you, can you compete with your pricing? Which means lower it down a little bit. It's the only options. Now, how many of you guys think that you could do that? Drop a fire emoji in the chat if you think that you could do those steps right there and then look for 1 of the 3 responses. If you think that you could do that, put a fire emoji. And the reason I say this is because, guys, that is government contracting. It's really that simple. Now, I know I made that sound very, very like, come on, Travis. It can't be that simple. Well, okay. You're going to need some software in place, right? QuickBooks. And here's the beauty about it, guys. I've already given you guys the link here, travisknows.com. You come on over here to travisknows.com, www.travisknows.com. You come on down here to tools used by Dr. Davis. Access the 6 figures tools. And I'm not telling you guys to do something that I don't use. I use QuickBooks. Go ahead and get yourself QuickBooks. Guess what? This link is going to give you $50 off the subscription. Plus, you're going to get a $50 Visa gift card by using that link. It's my affiliate link. I use the software, so I tell other people to use the software. Now, all of a sudden, I go into QuickBooks. Let me see if I can pull this up without showing y'all my money. You know what I'm saying? Well, it ain't like anybody can rob me digitally. That is going to be something. I'm pretty sure the robbers one day are going to figure out how can you rob people digitally with their Apple wallets. Now, if they make me get a code and all this, man, I don't know my own password. Now, that's bad. Wow. Well, guys, I can't get into my own QuickBooks. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know the password, obviously. No, I can't rock like that. I'm sorry. I need to get into my QuickBooks. Y'all should check your money every day too. By the way, every day you should take a look at your money. Whether you do it before you go to sleep, before you wake up, you need to look at your money every day because you should be on target. Like you should be having a mission that you're fighting towards. So you need to look at your money every day. That's what's going to lead you free is your money. So why the hell you ain't looking at it every day? All right. But anyways, I come over here. What does QuickBooks got? Sales. What do they got? Something called estimates. All of a sudden, I can come over here and do an estimate real quick, create an estimate. Once you start doing this stuff more and more, right? All of a sudden, you're going to have your total product list right here. Look, I don't own none of these products, but it keeps me organized. It's a system that I can find out, okay, how much does this HDMI cable cost? Do you guys see what's happening right here? It can go into the system, the HDMI cable. I can click on this and I know exactly who to order the HDMI cable from. It costs me $11 to get the HDMI cable. I sell it for $16. That means every time I sell an HDMI cable, I'm making $5. Well, guess what? The government ain't buying one HDMI cable. They have bought a total of, I believe, a little over 900 HDMI cables from us, because they had this computer project and TVs that they needed HDMI cables. So if you do 900, okay, let me see something. 900 times, what did I say? What is that? $5? I could just did it. What is that? $4,500? That's $4,500 in profit that you just put in your pocket, and it didn't take anything but you to click some buttons. This is how you're going to generate revenue while you're working your 9 to 5, because you're not delivering. You're not in the delivery service business. You're in the hunting business. They wanted some HDMI cables. You went to go hunt for the HDMI cables. But once again, when you get this software, it makes it easier. Do you need to have the software? No. You could do this stuff from hand. I did it from hand. Matter of fact, let me show you guys that. Just so somebody cannot say, man, I got to buy more software. I mean, you don't have to if you want to work harder. And I started this way. Where's my invoicing at? Let me see. Invoicing. Yeah, I like to show when I was nasty. Here's that CMS project that I was talking about. Look at when I was nasty. What does it say? 2016. This is nasty. This is Excel spreadsheets. Nasty work. Super nasty. Right? I got away from that because I didn't have no money at the time. So I couldn't afford the software. And trust me, QuickBooks ain't as cheap as it is now. You had to get QuickBooks Desktop, and QuickBooks Desktop wasn't cheap. So I ain't have the money for that. I ain't have the investment that I could put up front. But I realized if I can make some money right now and I didn't eat the profits away, or I didn't go on vacation because I quote unquote deserved how hard that I worked to spend all the money that I worked for in one trip. I just don't get that. But I didn't say I deserved to lose all of my financing, and I invested the financing because I realized when I invest in QuickBooks and it costs me $500, whatever the number is, I don't know what it is. But once I invest in QuickBooks, that it could give me a ROI of 100% return, because I can hurry up and pump this stuff out. When people send over quotes, I could just come in here and punch the stuff in and get my answers. But see, most people don't want to buy the QuickBooks because they can't see how the QuickBooks can make them money. They just see a bill. So when I'm telling you, sometimes you got to invest in these platforms and these softwares and understand that ROI is going to come on the back end. All right. And definitely, if you're going to be in the business of product sales, you have got to get some type of system to store your products and know exactly what the splits are so you can run reports. Now, here's the kicker. I showed you guys HDMI cables. If you don't want to make a $5 profit, don't sell $5. It's very simple. So as you guys can see right here, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Some digital signage display. Don't know, don't care. They told me that they wanted it. I went to go look for it. The price of it was $12.69. I sold it to them for $13.89. That's over $100 profit for every sale. They ordered 32 of these. This is money that I don't have to do anything. I just got to click the buttons because I don't make the product. Never have, never will, don't want to. I just want to sell it. And if you understand, if I can make $4,500 through HDMI cables, if I can make $9,000 through whatever this is, And I can just keep scrolling and finding these different products that I can show you guys the different price value every time I say it. If I just understand, okay, look, $4,500. If I focus on things that can make me $4,500 every time I sell it, if I divide 100,000 by 4,500, I just need to do this 22 times and I've made myself six figures. You have 365 days to sell 22 times. That's one sale or two sales a month. If you get yourself two sales a month, what did I tell you to do? Use your vacation time on the weekend. Use that sick leave on the weekend that you've been playing like you're sick from. Stop drinking, okay, and being sick, and now be sick on information. I want to be sick hoarding information for a second. And then I want to be sick for the other half of hoarding information to executing the information that I've been hoarding. And then watch what happens. By the time your sick leave runs out, you should be getting paid. And now you'll just take leave without getting paid because you're going to get paid on this back end until you just get tired of it. Because you've understood how to generate yourself crazy revenue. This is through product sales. So how do I get the products? Well, Travis, you just showed me this product sales stuff, but you're not really telling me how I do this thing. Well, on sam.gov inside of the data bank, there's other sites, fpds.gov, usaspending.gov, and I break all of this stuff down a little bit better inside of my course. Once again, puremoneygovcon.com if you want to get registered for that course and break this stuff down. But if I go right here to the data bank and I look at my reports, now I showed you guys a little bit earlier a section inside of my back office. Matter of fact, yeah, whatever. A section inside of my back office that I actually show you guys how to really go through this report information. You really should be looking at ad hoc, but I just don't have enough time today. And this is my sauce right here. So I'm not going to share this for free. But when you learn how to do ad hoc reporting, oh my God, you're so crucial. But we're going to stick on the standard side right here. And I'm going to click on favorites. Now, what I understand is that the government has created these little data dumps that I can find certain information that I want. It's not going to be the best, but it could get me started. Well, they have a whole section right here called damn purchase cards. Look, I ain't got to look through a bunch of information. I can just go look through purchase cards. Now, again, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be looking at awarded information already. So since I understand that purchase cards don't need to go through the procurement process of most government contracts, that it could just be awarded, I don't need to look at the last 4 years of purchasing. That would just be crazy and insane. Now, what I should look at is last year. So we're in 2023 right now. I need you guys to understand that. We are in 2023 for the government as far as their budget. So I do want to start to look at things. I could look at the beginning of 2022, right? So because we're about to come up on that, but I'm literally going to go to this exact date last year and going into this year of the first 2 quarters. So if I go to October, what is October? 09, all right? 09, 01, 20, 21. And we're going to go to January, February, March, 3, 30, 2022. Then we're going to hit execute. Also, one thing with that ad hoc reporting, guys, you need to have a fast computer. It'll lock your whole computer up because it's just so many data points. But anyways, let's get back into it. Now that I've ran this report right here, I can see the purchase card as payments, and it's giving me all the data for purchase cards. Now, before I dive into this and go over this, once again, I need you guys to do me a favor. Come on, man. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to make sure that you're liking. I need you to make sure that you're subscribing. If you are on Clubhouse, I need you to share this out. If you are on YouTube right now, I need you to click that share link, and I need you to share this out to all of your social media channels. It just takes your little thumb. Could have a big thumb. I don't really know your thumb size, but it just takes your little thumb to click that button and then go ahead and share this information out. Well, y'all lucky. I can't really see certain things on YouTube because on Clubhouse, I just stopped talking until some shares started going up. But I really can't see all of the shares and stuff on YouTube. I might just send them a video. Like, hey, share this stuff out so I can see it. But anyways, share this stuff out so we can keep this message going. Hey, Khalib, I appreciate you, my brother, for sharing that out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to dive into some questions after this too, by the way. So stay tuned, stick here. We're going to get those questions answered. You can drop them in the chat right now if you would like. Put a Q followed by a dash and then put your question so I can get back to those once I open this up. But let's get back to it. As we're looking at this data right here, okay, what do we say? We want purchase cards. So here's a whole section. Purchase cards as payment method actions. Well, if I click right here, it's going to sort how many actions were taken with a purchase card. As you can see, the DOD took 21 million actions with a purchase card. The next agency under them that uses a purchase card the most is the VA. The next one is Department of Justice. But do you see how the numbers decrease tremendously? So here's the thing. When I have somebody over here like, well, Travis, I want to get some of these easy, low-hanging fruits. And I'm like, well, okay, well, who are you going to go look at it to? And then they like, well, I went to a EPA industry day. And I'm like, well, shit, EPA only did this 16 times. Like, your odds of winning. Now you playing the crap game again. You shooting at the top. The odds of you just sliding in here is going to be slim to none. And you keep going down more and more. So this is what I'm saying. When you don't do your research first and you ask certain questions, I already know you haven't done your homework. So if I already know you haven't done your homework, what you think the government going to be thinking when you come ask them questions? When you go to the industry day of the Peace Corps and you ask them, hey, does anybody use purchase cards? Well, the damn data's been right here in front of your face. No, they don't. So stop talking to them about that. Instead, I need to come up here. You need to be over in DOD if you want that purchase card opportunity. You need to be in the VA if you want that purchase card opportunity. You need to be in the Department of Justice if you ain't going through the security requirements for the DOD. If you notice that the VA only likes to work with veterans, the Veterans Department likes to work with veterans. I mean, I ain't the smartest person in the world, but, if I realize I'm not a vet and I'm not winning these veteran opportunities like it's supposed to be because vets keep outbeating you for the vets agency, then I should be looking at the Department of Justice. Once I get past Department of Justice and Department of Agriculture, HHS only because of the pandemic, I should stop this strategy because anything else is just stupid. You're either drunk or stupid. I don't know which one. But the data say they ain't using it. But if I focus, now I'm, okay, Department of Justice. Well, Department of Justice, out of their 1,100 actions on a micro purchase card, they spent $9 million. I hope y'all realize that. Is that $9 million? Yeah. They spent $9 million on a purchase card. So that means you got an opportunity right here. Are you going to collect $9 million? Hell no. But how many of you guys, I want you to drop a money emoji in the chat. How many of you guys will be okay with getting 10% of $9 million? If you're okay with getting 10% of $9 million, go ahead and drop a money emoji down there in the chat. If you ain't okay with getting 10% of $9 million, I respect that too. Let's go bigger. But I think 10% of $9 million could change a whole lot of people's lives. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but y'all said that y'all wanted to come here to make six figures. I just showed you where your six figures is at. What are the odds that they don't have 10% waiting for you when the rules say that they got to work with minorities? So now I can focus on the easier stuff instead of always focusing on the harder opportunities that are millions of dollars and I'm not prepared. Now I'm going to the Department of Justice. So now that I know the Department of Justice has all of my money, now I can search on FPDS a whole lot better. Guys, I can literally just, let me hit advanced search. I'm coming here to advanced search because I know my agency. I don't really care about anything else that's going on with anybody else. That's not my money. I'm going to department name. Oh, damn. How did they? I think it's justice. And you do need to spell it exactly how they spell it. Capital letters and all. Justice, I believe. See? I spelled it wrong. And this is the part that I don't like about the government's websites. That's why I use software. All right, we could go look over here. I already looked it up a little bit earlier. You go do advanced search. You're going to do department full name. Oops, trying to get this purchase card out. Hit the wrong button. Department full name, Department of Justice. So advanced search, department full name, Department of Justice. Then I'm hitting date signed. Now all of a sudden I can see the Department of Justice of what they're spending right now. So since I don't really know what I'm offering to them yet because I need to search, now I just got to go through all of this data. And guess what? It takes time. So once again, when people ask me to do certain things for them or ask me, do I think this is a good idea or should I find opportunities? Like, do you think I want to go through all of this for you for free? It just ain't an option, man. It's just not an option. So you can watch the videos and do it for yourself. And if you want me to cater it to you, right, that's me doing your work. You need to be able to take what I'm saying and cater it to yourself. It's the same steps. But once again, when you ask people to do this work for you, you need to be prepared to pay people. So I'm scrolling through here. I'm looking for the opportunities. Got a small dollar amount. This is an option of finding things. Well, where we go? Office furniture is going to the prison bureau. Chances are all of those spins that we seen right here with Department of Justice, this is just me knowing government contracting. The chances are that the people who are spending that money under Department of Justice is the prison bureau for those credit cards. So I click on here. I click view. I got the contract number. I got a potential person that I could reach out to, ponder. All right. I see the dollar amount that they spent. So I kind of got an idea of what they're willing to pay. I see that this was only for like a couple days, $11,000, maybe one-time sale. I got the NAICS codes that they use. I got the agent, the contractor who won it before. I got their UEI number. I got their address. Now, one thing I like to always pay attention to, okay, this is for the Federal Prison Bureau or Industries, whatever. They awarded it to this company who is located in Ohio. I want to know where the place of performance is. Because if the place of performance is in Ohio and the goddamn vendor is from Ohio, I mean, come on, man, 2 + 2. Again, we make this stuff hard. So how do I win? Well, damn it, you need to find a partner in Ohio. It's obvious that the person who awards this stuff likes to award it to companies in their backyard. This company was in Cincinnati, Ohio. This project is in Cincinnati, Ohio. You need to either call this company up and see if you can work out a relationship with them for future contracts, or you're going to find another furniture company in Ohio so you can partner with them. Or you could go open up a virtual office space in Ohio, then go set up shop for 3 months. I didn't say your headquarters. I said open a virtual office space up in Ohio, set up shop for 3 months. Go out there, shake hands and kiss babies. Let them know that, you are here in Ohio at this moment, not your local headquarters. You see companies all of the time with satellite offices, okay? Our satellite office right now is in Ohio because when I did all of my research, I find out that it is a strong possibility that I could win $1.8 million in Ohio. So damn it, I'm going to go set up shop for 3 months in Ohio to do these federal government contracts. I didn't say state contracts or local contracts. I said for federal government. That way I don't need to set my headquarters up in a different state. But this is telling me right now this person wants to do work with businesses located in Ohio. And what type of business? Office seating raw material. I don't know what that is 100% for sure, but I'm pretty sure if you were in that industry, you know what the hell office seating raw materials is. Now, if you look down here, it says that 7 people put a bid in on this before. So you know if you go after this, you're number 8. I don't like them odds either. I would leave this opportunity alone and go find something else. But some people are like to be drunk and stupid. So they want to be number 8 and they're just getting started out. And then you wonder why you lose. It was 7 people here before you even found out about this industry. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, it was 7 people already going after the money, and you just jumped in here, so you rolling the dice again. You about to scare yourself away from the money because you keep shooting craps, and you keep crapping out because you playing stupid odds. All it takes is for you to sit your down. Hit the wrong button. Sit down for just a second and research this stuff out so you don't play stupid games. This is how you make 100,000 plus faster. Those people that, I submitted a bid and they ain't do their research. Well, I know they're going to just keep on submitting bids. And you know what's going to happen after they submit 3 bids and they don't win? They're going to say it don't work. It ain't that it don't work. You didn't work it. You did with them people when I see, they're like, I'm going to pray to God that everything just work out. And then they sit down and watch Netflix for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow they sit down and they watch the news for the rest of the day. And then the next day they sit down and they play with some kids or play with their dog. And they do this all the way until Sunday comes again. And then they go back and they pray that God's going to work everything out. You ain't did nothing. You cannot get results from stupid actions. It's impossible. This right here, bidding on this opportunity, and you didn't go look at it before, this is a stupid action. Your odds of winning are slim to none, and we play in a product game. This is products. Usually they want the lowest price. So now I'm competing with 8 people to go with the lowest price. Odds is somebody closer to the work than I am. It's usually probably just one person that won it. They got a better relationship with the manufacturer than I do. So I don't like dealing in that game. So now I'm going to come back to FPDS and I'm going to find more opportunities that this customer who spends over $9 million in purchase cards, that one just wasn't my opportunity. So I'm going to go search for the next opportunity. Now that's how I do my research. Okay. Now, I'm not going to keep diving down into more details of research. Once again, if you want to know more about how to research effectively these pure money ways, how to get your cheating game up, you can go to puremoneygovcon.com and get registered and watch the videos, hit the pause button, take it a step at a time. You ain't got to do everything that I do in the videos right now, but, take off bite-sized chunks of it, test it out, then come back and add on. That's the purpose of being in the course for a year. I know you can't pick this shit up overnight. I know you ain't going to pick it up in a week. I know you ain't going to pick it up in the next 30 days. Not all of you. Some of you are special. Some of you can pick it up in 30 days. For the majority, most of y'all are stupid like myself. And when I say stupid, we don't know about the industry. So you have to be stupid to an industry that you don't know about. I was stupid to the industry. Once I humbled myself down and said, I am stupid to the industry, let me become educated to it. And I started watching and accepting that I don't know and I'm willing to learn. That's when things start working out. You have to just understand you don't know this stuff yet. But again, this is why you're going to be in this year course so you can keep cracking away at it. Not just that, you're going to be in a private group chat that you can talk to other people who are doing the same shit that you're doing. You ain't got to go talk to your aunt and uncle about this, who don't know absolutely nothing about what I'm talking about, because I told you only 1.67% of the black population knows about it. So the odds of you turning to your left, right, front, or back and talk to somebody about this, they don't know what they're talking about. They're going to give you an emotional answer, which ain't going to help you. We need people who can help us. And that's what's going to happen in that group chat. So once again, this is how you are going to research. And if you want to dive in deeper, puremoneygovcon.com can get you straight. But now I want to go to, okay, well, let's look up some other stuff, man. I want to get to the money. Because, you know, people ain't patient. They like, Travis, all that stuff cute. You know what I'm saying? But can you just show me the money? How many of y'all just want to know, like, I want you to keep it honest with me. Let's see if somebody going to keep it honest. How many of y'all just want to know how to make some money? Like, put a one in the chat if you like, yo, can you just show me how to make some money? I hear all that preaching that you're doing, but just show me how to make some money. Is there anybody out there? Just put a one in the chat. Hey, look, I ain't going to look at you no type of way. You know what I'm saying? I love having fun. It's okay. I've thought about that a lot of times when coaches be talking all the time. I'm like, yo, I wish he would shut the up for a second and just take me to the money. That's what I'm talking about. See, look, I like my people that can be honest, man. That's what we all about around here. We just like to be honest. I'm still going to talk, though, just FYI. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm still going to talk because I got to educate y'all and get y'all mindset up to this other level. So, but I'm going to take you to the money, too. Don't get it twisted. I'm still going to take you to the money. So, we're going to go look at this thing called Unison. All right. Now, Unison is usually product sales, but it can get into some service-based stuff, but you must read. And I'm about to say, dang, I don't know my password to this either. Now, with Unison, you can go find bids very quickly, opportunities very quickly, and bid. I mean, sometimes you need a cert. It'll tell you all of it. So let's look at posted in the last 3 days. All right. Now, classroom tables and chairs. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I just looked up a furniture opportunity in Ohio and showed you guys how to do the furniture stuff. I don't think the rules change for classroom tables and chairs. I think that's called furniture. So I really don't have to go into this. It says that it's open market. So since it's open market, it means it's available to everybody. You ain't got to have no certification. You ain't got to have nothing special. You just got to be registered in the SAM system. You registered in the SAM system, you can go bid after this opportunity. You don't need no women-owned certification. You don't need no veteran. They're not even asking for it. So it ain't going to serve you no purpose on this opportunity. So literally, you come in here and start bidding today. It tells you that it ends in 20 hours. So you got 20 hours to put the pieces together. Now, there was a bid down here a little bit earlier about a forklift. I don't know where it was, but I want to show you guys because it was a little pricier. I told you guys if I'm going to sell some products, I need them to be buying a very large quantity, or I need them to buy a product that's pretty pricey. So they had forklifts up here. Let me see if I can find it. What was it? Electric forklift. Where was it? Electric forklift. Oh, maybe it's on the second page. Tank pump, nitrogen, aircraft, request for information. Okay, there you go. Stand-up forklift. Here it is. Now, I get the solicitation number, all this. You could go to sam.gov. That solicitation should be in there with that solicitation. Matter of fact, let me just show you guys, instead of saying should. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this information. You're going to go to sam.gov. I can put this over here in contract opportunities, drop the solicitation in there, and it should pop up. Not all the time, but it should. And there you go. It's the stand-up forklift that is inside of sam.gov. And I'm showing you this because you don't need Unison. Like, the same stuff is going to be on sam.gov. This is just another platform that helps you search through things a little bit better. All right. So I'm up here, stand-up forklift. Okay. They have a template. It's optional. So they say, and again, you need to read through all of this stuff. I'm just not going to read through all of it today because ain't nobody paying me. So you need to read through all of this and understand your next codes and all of this. This is going to be your line items right here. This is the stuff. They have 9 line items. I need to see what each one of them are. Okay, so the first line item is for the electric forklift. So I took the exact tag that they had in there. I put it into Google, exactly how they put it in, and it popped up here. Now, of course, I would need to look and make sure each one of these forklifts meet the standards, not my standards, meets the customer standards that they put right here. And they told you the weight and everything about the forklift of what it must be able to do. I need to look to there and confirm that these forklifts do exactly that. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go to this site. I want to find at least at minimum 3 more sites that's just like this. Okay. I find out that they have my forklift. All of a sudden you'll notice that they say, okay, a dealer can buy it from us for $23,865. But in the real world, they got to pay $27,771. So now I know, okay, retail price for this thing is $27,771. I could probably put a little bit more money on it when I sell it to the government. I don't know that for sure without me going to go get other pricing for this stuff. Okay, now I'm going to figure out, well, what the hell does this customer need me to do to become a dealer? So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of their page and I'm looking for something like sales, teaming, ordership, warranty, executive team, blog, contact us. It's supposed to be right here. Proud partners. No, they did something different. Terms, privacy, order, shipping, warranty, return. Okay. Merchant account. Okay, so I want to be a merchant. That's what I want to be for them. So they do something different. Sell on tools. I've never seen anybody use that before. All right. I don't know. I just don't feel like reading through all this stuff because it's not my contract. For real. But if you come down here to the bottom, man, there's gonna be something about merchant. Maybe it's the merchant account that we look at. I hope you guys are getting the example. Come down to the bottom, figure out how to be a reseller to them, affiliate to them, a merchant to them, whatever word that they use, so you can get cheaper pricing for the equipment. That's what you're going to figure out. And guess what? You can't argue with them. Whatever they say is their terms on becoming a merchant to them, that's just what it is. Now, if you realize that you can't become a wholesaler, merchant, retailer, whatever to them, now you need to go through one of their retailers. And once again, we may have to come back here to Google. We got to find other companies. As you can look, man, prices is 27, 31, 14. Like, these prices go crazy. So you got to match things up. This is the part that's going to take you some time. Don't you purchase a damn thing through Alibaba. I'm going to say this again. Do not purchase a damn thing through Alibaba. I don't care what that product is. You do not have time to be playing around with Alibaba and other products from other countries where you can't get it delivered in time. You mess around and get burnt. A whole ton of things can happen. So we're not going to play around with Alibaba, okay? We're going to buy this and Alibaba Express. We ain't playing around with none of them damn sites. You are going to buy them from American-made companies for right now. Alibaba and overseas stuff, that's when you get into a different space. You got some money to put out there up front, and you can get the stuff coming in and order it ahead of time before you even make the sale. But for right now, do not play with no damn Alibaba in this space. And I know how tempting it's going to look. It's going to look like you can buy hard drives from Alibaba at $50 and sell the damn hard drives to the government at $130 because that's what Amazon price is. That's what everybody else price is. And guess what? They're going to accept the price. Now, I mentioned hard drives because FYI, all the scammers in government contracts, they be trying to get you to buy hard drives and stuff like that. So if you get an email coming about some hard drives or laptops, chances are it's a scam. You usually go to Alibaba or Alibaba Express. You see that the prices can get you something, and everybody just end up taking your money. So I'm forewarning you. You know, don't send me an email, man. I got robbed from Alibaba. Well, I told you that. So we're going to go to American made companies. Even if we got to go to Amazon, we'll buy it off Amazon. Now they may say right here, that you can't buy products from Amazon. Okay, well, if they say you can't buy from Amazon, make sure that you charge it enough money that you can buy the product from Amazon, get it shipped to you, put it in a different box that's not an Amazon box, and then have it come from you. So now technically it didn't come from Amazon, it came from you. You just happened to buy it from Amazon first. But do not send it straight to the government from Amazon because they don't like that. All right. So I just have to keep doing this. Again, the same way I told you, well, how much money can I start to make out of this thing? If I can, on average, every deal that I go through here on Unison, generate myself $5,000, well, now I just need to look at deals that I'm going to make $5,000 out of, and I just wait for every time one of those deals pop up on Unison that I respond to those type of deals. As you guys can see, in the last 3 days, they've posted 36 opportunities. These are 36 opportunities that you got a chance that you don't need to know about none of this stuff. What the hell is Hustler repair kits? I mean, come on, man. A Hustler repair kit. This is at Fort Belvoir. This is down the street. I might need to see what a Hustler repair kit is. Okay, so look, line item 1. Parts are 2019 Hustler MDV serial number. Well, look, I don't know what that is, but guess what? They gave me the whole damn serial number. They're not asking me to create anything. They're literally giving me the part number of exactly what they want. I now just need to go source the parts. Now, as you guys can see, man, this is 1, 2. Again, I'm not knocking this. This is how I got flowing in government contracting. I just don't do this no more. Because I already tasted it and realized, like, well, wait a minute. Me searching through the internet and calling these companies and sitting on hold and them hanging up with me and them telling me they don't sell to the government, and then I got to find out another way to strategize to call them. And I mean, it started taking me time. And time is more valuable than money. And I told you, we was already sacrificing time while I was at work. So the little bit of time that I had to sacrifice, I was wasting it. Once I really looked at it, where I thought I was making a lot of money, that 6 figures that I'm talking about, I thought that I was making a lot of money, but when I matched it up with my time, I wasn't really making that much money. So I stopped looking at these little boy activities. But I had to get a taste of it. So I'm encouraging you guys, if you are that person that you just need a little taste, if you need to bite the steak, or if you want to go vegan, you know what I'm saying? If you need to bite the Impossible Burger, to just taste it so you can get it some more, I need you to take a bite right here. Come over to Unison, take a bite. Again, you could go back to sam.gov too, because I showed you guys that Unison is coming off of sam.gov. So you can go to sam.gov, contracting opportunities, advanced search. And then I could just come right here and go to notice type. Solicitation, combined synopsis. You can put your product or your next code in or whatever you want right there. I still, man, always mess this up. Because I know in my stuff, in my software, I can look for RFQs and things of that nature. I don't see it over here. Yeah, I don't see where they're trying to give me RFQs. Let's see. Notice type, product service code, set aside, contract award, entity, status, authority, contract details, contract award number, task, notice title. I don't think that's going to help me. Yeah, that's. Let me see if this gives me that. Nope. So I was trying to see if it'll just show me RFQs, period. But anyways, it won't show me RFQs. So now, once I put that stuff in there, now I'm coming up here to dates. Okay, I'm going to go to response date, and I'm going to put in the next month. So everything right there. I mean, look, I got 4,083 opportunities that I need to look through. that's due in the next 30 days. See, now this put pressure on you. Yeah, this bad boy puts pressure on you. Now you ain't got an excuse. You can just feed me a bunch of bullshit. But then I'm going to ask you, you know what I'm saying? What did you go look right here in the last 30 days and attempt to do? You know, so you get a taste of it. Taste it. And then once you get a taste of it and something happens to you, either you're going to like the taste that you get and you're going to continue tasting it that way, or you're going to be like, man, I could put my tongue on it, but I couldn't chew it. So Travis, can you help me figure out how to bite the goddamn food? And then I'll be able to help you out after that. But come right here. Read it. See, the number one way to win these government contracts is just read and find out what they want. There's no point in asking me because I didn't write the contract. Yeah. When you ask me what to do, once again, I can't remotely, nobody can remotely possibly tell you how to position yourself to win a contract without reading the contract. It's impossible. Because I literally have to abide by what they tell me to do in the contract. I can't do this based off of my feelings. If somebody uses the word I think, I know you're thinking wrong. I'm not thinking about anything, I'm reading it. And as y'all can see, it's a lot of stuff. Arm swivel, come on, man. You see, I just scrolled through it and looked for something stupid. Arm swivel. Now, this could be an arm swivel for guns or something. It could be an arm swivel for all types of stuff. But I was thinking that's arm swivel. But now that I see who it's for, DLA, they probably want some different arm swivels that I just don't even want to get involved in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to go back and keep looking for other opportunities. And I just scroll through here. See, here's the kicker. It looks like a lot of information right now because you haven't done it yet. But what if you look through this stuff every day? Now you'll realize it's only like 10 opportunities a day that's dropping, 50 opportunities or something like that, 20 opportunities a day. And now this doesn't look like a bunch of information because you're consistently looking at it every day. But if you wait every 3 months to look at it, well, shit, you just gave yourself a lot of data to go through. The only reason why this stuff is hard because you don't know it yet and you haven't started being consistent. That's it. Dust, moist boot. Man, I was trying to look for something that just looks really stupid and simple. Also, remember, this is a new fiscal year. Budgets ain't came out yet. But anyways, that's how you're going to go look through these products and find yourself your 6 figures to government contracting easily. And the last thing that you're going to do, okay, remember we looked through that report right here. It said Department of Justice is doing $9.5 million worth of purchase card. Well, the last thing that I need to do as I look through Unison, I looked through sam.gov for some easy opportunities, okay? I went through FPDS and I looked for past awards of the Federal Prison Bureau because that's who's spending the money. Well, I want to go to Department of Justice. I'm going to put DOJ because I just know. Industry Day. Every single agency, you can use these same words. Industry Day. And guess what is going to happen? It's going to show meet with the small business specialist, not with the government. Do you guys notice this says meet with a small business specialist, but it's on the Department of Justice website. I'm not just meeting with any random ass small business specialist. I'm meeting with the small business specialist that's over the agency that got my money. It changes the ball game up. Now, when I meet with this business specialist, I'm like, hey, yo, business specialist, look, man, I know Department of Agency, y'all got like $800 million to spend. Not 800 million. I mean, $800 billion to spend. Like, I know y'all got that much money to spend, but I don't want all $800 billion, Mr. Small Business Specialist, Mrs. Small Business Specialist. I want to tap into your micro spending. I seen that y'all had $9.5 million in micro spending. And guess what, Mr. Small Business or Mrs. Small Business Specialist? I don't want to tap into $9.5 million of the micro card spending. I want to tap into the food that you've been delivering to the Department of Justice, Mr. or Mrs. Small Business Specialist. Can you help me with that? See how the conversation just changed? You see how I don't look like I'm begging for opportunity, but yet I came to opportunity. Well, I came to a person that has power with the shit I want them to look up for me. I'm not asking you to read me the script of government contracting because I've been watching Dr. Davis's YouTube videos for the last 4 months, and I really don't need the goddamn script. This is what I want you to help me with. This right here. Will you help me? And now all of a sudden, Mr. or Mrs. Small Business Specialist knows exactly how to get you what you're asking for. But when you come to them and you like, yo, I was on this call, man. I heard y'all got to work with minority businesses and government contracting looks cute. I heard you can make a whole lot of dough. And I heard you the person to talk to. Small business specialist will go, yeah, absolutely, we do. We work with small businesses. We've spent over 10% with small businesses, over 6% with women-owned businesses. Here's the information of getting started with working with Department of Justice. And on that, it's going to say that you need to register your business in sam.gov, and then you need to do your market research. And guess what? It's the script. They gave you the script because you came in and you asked them script. So when you ask them basic questions, what did I tell you guys in the beginning? When I said this, like I can see the numbers of viewers that are on YouTube. And when I said this line, I seen 12 people drop off. When I said, yo, you're a dummy. You're a dummy to government contracting. So when you go in there with dummy questions, right? I told you guys about this. When you go in with dummy questions, you get dummy results. So they're going to give you the government contracting for dummies answer, which is the script. Because you didn't come in there asking for what you wanted. So it sounded like you wanted the script. And that's what they gave you. And then once again, you go home and pout, and then you think government contracting doesn't work. So guys, this is the way of how you can make 6 figures doing government contracting. It's not hard. It's different. If you believe that you could do government contracting, I want you to drop a I can in the chat right now. I want you to drop a I can in whatever chat that you on. If you believe that you could do government contracting, type in I can. So you said I am a millionaire, and then you're saying I can. You are going to be a millionaire. In the meantime, I'm going to scroll back through these, and I'm going to look at your questions. For all the people that put a Q followed by the question, I'm getting ready to scroll back through this. In the meantime, in between time, let me see if I can get rid of this screen right here for a second. So yeah, there we go. Well, you know what? Let me put my screen back up. Put my screen back up and just change the view. I think I can change the view right here, something like that. Oops, that was the wrong screen. Cool, there we go. All right, so I am going to go through your questions, and I know I like sharing some of the love right here. Soda, what's happening? Soda said, can't wait for the challenge. So excited. Don't forget, if y'all want to get signed up for that 7-day government contracting challenge, puremoneygovcon.com/7-day challenge, or you could click the link in the description. It'll be there too. Erica, it's always a pleasure to see you here today. Thanks for showing up. You've been amazing in those comments, providing so much value. So I want to give a shout outs to you. TT, what's happening? All right. Appreciate you for coming over here over at Clubhouse. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you do have a question, drop a Q followed by your question down in the comments. Travis, does your team make websites? Hell yeah, we make websites. You know what I'm saying? You don't see all these websites I got going on, Antonio. I said Antonio. I don't know where I got it. Antoine, I believe that's it. Look, I be messing up names all the time. But yes, we do make websites. I will say, I honestly usually don't promote it. We make this type of stuff for the government, and we do help our clients with marketing and building websites, but most people don't understand the process of websites. And honestly, I don't like just building stuff for people for no reason. So I don't like building a website for somebody and I don't believe they're going to make money off of it. So that's why I don't market these certain type of things. I usually got to know a little bit about you first. before we build that, because I don't want to waste your money and I don't want you wasting my time and you saying it didn't work for you because you didn't know how to make it work. But reach out to me. We can help you out with that. Christian Wheeler, appreciate you for watching. Said currently at work watching this. I hope you ain't got me on loud, man. They might, fire you hearing all this cursing I got going on in the background. I try to use my button, help y'all people out at work so y'all don't get in trouble. But I appreciate you for tuning in. Yvonne said, finally made the live session. I appreciate you for being here. Hopefully that bell alerted you. That's what happens when you hit the subscribe button. You get an email when I go on. So thank you. Yes. Thank you, TT. I absolutely will inform you guys about updates that's happening in the government. They did have some new updates coming out about money being spent with minorities. Probably talk about that on another segment. But hey, if we didn't collect the last percentage that here's the thing. I don't care if they raised the percentage that they're spending with minorities. We was only getting 1.67% of the spending that they did have. So, I mean, if you raise it, it don't get no better. I'm saying, I don't care today. Look, man, if people use that as an excuse to get them to get involved with contracts, so be it. But I mean, I'm just going off of data and statistics. If you couldn't collect off the last percentage that you set aside, raising it doesn't give the black population more. It just gives the white women who have been operating their businesses with their white husbands more opportunity. There's still no rules and regulations in place on, making sure that the contracts come to other ethnic groups in the community. That part's not going to change. And it may not even be on that side, guys. It may just be us not showing up, us miseducated on the definition of government. But once again, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm trying to change these definitions right here. Let's see. Looking for the questions, scrolling through. I may have missed some of y'all stuff. I'm just putting Sam gives this code for your business when you register. Yes, it does. Appreciate you. Make it a grand. I did the assessment and told me nothing and went to the course. Yeah, there you go. The assessment told you you're ready for the course. If you took the assessment and you weren't ready for the course, it would have told you that you need to go back and watch my YouTube videos because you're not ready. But based off your assessment, is letting you know that you're ready for the next level of the course. Here's the thing. You can watch my YouTube videos, man. You know what I'm saying? People, you can watch the YouTube videos and figure out all this shit that you want for free, but then don't come ask me questions about what you want to learn based off my YouTube videos and you don't want to join my course. That part don't make sense. You just have to wait for the next video and pray that I make the video that gives you the answer for what you need. So I don't work for people, and neither should anybody else. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's paying you to do something specific for them, then that's a different story. But y'all can't be watching people's videos and then expect them to be on time at the minute that you ask them something to do things for you. It just don't happen that way. Not saying that was you. I'm just giving everybody that forewarning. So when you dive in my DMs, which I get all the time, don't get upset when I'm just like, okay, keep watching videos, man. Everybody in my group knows that I answer their questions. So when you go ahead and pay to get in my stuff, watch how I answer your questions. It's very simple. All right. I couldn't get my cage code because I used the virtual address. I'm glad that you said that right there. You can't use virtual addresses when dealing with the government. We got to have physical addresses. So you can use your home, but realize it is going to be public information. And guys, I'm a multimillionaire with my business running from my house. So if anybody says you can't run a multi-million-dollar business from your house, just send them to my channel and say that guy does. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know what to say. But remember, again, it is public information, so put whatever security measures you need to so people can't come. Can you work for the government and do government contracts at the same time? Yes, you can. My advice to you is to reach out to your HR department. Don't lie to them. Tell them exactly what it is that you're trying to do. Now, do not do things that you're already doing in government, right? Like you're cheating the system. So if you do, let's say you're like an analyst for the government or something, don't try to become an analyst for government contracts. That's cheating, okay? But if you try to sell TVs to the government and you're an analyst and you're trying to sell TVs to HHS and you're a government employee of Department of Army and they're completely separate from each other. Now I go down to my HR department, let them know what I'm trying to do, sell some TVs to HHS, and they'll approve it. You know what I'm saying? They'll write you a letter, let you know like it's all good, and then you go ahead and sell them TVs. And then once you make enough money selling them TVs and other knickknack items, leave the government. And the beauty about it, when you leave the government, yo should have been building up that network while you was working in the government. You should have been walking in them hallways and finding the purchasers while you're in the inside. I can't get into certain buildings because I ain't got a badge. While you're there, you should be building relationships. Don't you leave that 9 to 5 without building them relationships. That's the purpose of the 9 to 5. This is why I love 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 can take you to millions. So that's my best advice while you are working. And look, man, come on, man. I love all the millionaires. I am a millionaire. That's what I'm talking about. Look at all these amazing millionaires in this chat talking right now. I love to see it. I love to see it. All right. Let me see. Question. Can we put agencies' logo on websites or capability statements? I have practiced saying no, but Minority Development Center saying it's okay, not illegal. Like, what does on do? So I'm guessing you're actually, can you put another government agencies on your website? You're supposed to ask for permission. If you just reach out to their Ozdaboo and ask can you use that logo for their website, usually cool. But I wouldn't use a logo that I'm not doing business with. So if I had past performance with that agency, then absolutely, I'm using their logo. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, I work for you. I got to show the people what I did. But if I didn't have any past performance with that agency, I honestly wouldn't use that logo because now it's like I'm kind of giving all false information, making people think that I've worked with that agency by having that logo on that website. I hope that explained it to you. But yeah, you are supposed to ask at the end of the day to give you the great definition, but I ain't asking if I know I got work with them. I see Ryan answered that too. Appreciate you there, Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you've hit that subscribe button. Hey, look at man. Listen, I just want to give a shout out to Erica, man. I don't know when Erica found my channel, but she been in these comments, man, on YouTube. Like, she is doing the damn thing. I just want to give her a shout outs because I see her building relationships in here. She ain't playing no games. You hear me? Shout outs to you, Erica. He said, I love craps. Come on, Terrell. I got a crap problem too. I love me some craps. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let me see any more questions here. Question. Do I need to be a small business owner first before taking this class? I'm glad you asked that, Book Bacon. Nah, you don't need to be a small business owner. You can actually win contracts without having a business at all. Now, I don't advise to do that. That's not the smart way of doing business, and it's not the smart way of collecting money. But yes, you can do it. And I'm always going to tell you, even if you choose that route to get contracts, I'm still going to be like, yo, you getting this business yet? Like, get this business because we need it for taxes. If you don't get that business, then you're going to be dealing with your number one expense. Everybody's number one expense at this moment, I don't care who you are, unless you're making millions of dollars and you already know this thing, majority of the world's number one expense is taxes. So if you make this type of money under your W-2 and don't run it through a business, I already know off break, you can't do anything to help avoid some taxes. So I want you to run it through a business. So that way, once we make all of this money, we can start building wealth because we can now move money a little bit differently when it's coming through business. I hope that helped you out there. But the short answer is yes, you can do government contracting without a business and you can join the program without having that business. I would advise you to get into the 7-day government contracting first. If you haven't started a business or don't know anything, that would be the best route to go. All right. I just like the profile picture. Shout outs. Head Tree said, I needed this today. Glad you listened. Tell your boss I said what's happening. All right, let me see. Can you set up with Regis for your business address and government contracting? I'm not sure who Regis is, but if it's something like WeWork or something, chances are no, unless you have a dedicated office. You have to have a dedicated office that you got like a lease to, okay? It's yours, nobody else's. They can deliver mail to it. It needs to be a dedicated space. It cannot be a shared seat. It cannot be a shared door. You cannot have three other businesses inside of it. It needs to be your office space, right? No. Let's see any other questions here. You know what? I got to do a better job when I'm doing this question thing. You know, I can just hit
It's just different.
play some tunes right here until we get to the next question. Then I may turn the tunes.
Yeah.
Off. Shout outs to Trey for this.
You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie. I ain't gotta brag. Even when they hate try to doubt me.
Do I have a course on DLA? I don't really know, Eddie, what you mean by that. Do I have a course in particular talking about working with the DLA? If that's what you're saying, no. But contracting is contracting. So once you learn contracting, you now just have to learn how to DLA purchases. So what I mean by that, they may purchase off GSA vehicles. They may purchase through women-owned businesses. And we have all of that information. So then you just got to tie it in to what you've learned. Hopefully that answered your question there.
It's just different.
Yeah.
See that question again?
You already know what it is. Pure money, baby.
Come on now.
I keep a couple in the bag, homie.
All right, Soda, what NAICS code did you use to sell products? Great question, Soda. So let me skip back here for you for a second. Make sure I explain some stuff correctly. I need to remove some stuff too. Huh? No, not that. Oh, yes, it is this. This is what I want to remove. All right. So you said what NAICS codes do I use? Well, here's the thing. Remember I said it ain't about me. You know, it's not about anything that any of us. I need you to get your thoughts out of it. And I need you to get in the habit of reading the opportunities, because that is what it's about. It doesn't matter what I think, don't matter what anybody else think. It only matters what the person who is purchasing thinks. So when I go to look at opportunities, so I'm just going to pick like COVID test kits right here. As you can see, it gives me the NAICS code that I have to have under my profile in order to sell this stuff. So that just means if I don't have this NAICS code and I want to offer this, I need to copy this NAICS code. I need to go over to sam.gov. I need to come over here. I need to go to renew entity, and then I need to start the process of adding my new NAICS code into my profile. And just like that, I can now sell this product. That simple. Hopefully that answered your question. The moral of the story is pick up the NAICS codes that they got, not the NAICS codes that you're thinking. That's why you got to do the research first. The research will set you free, because the research is going to let you understand like what NAICS code your client, not the government, your customer is using to purchase the stuff that you know about. How do you get paid in 15 days when contracting? Well, they do have a law for small businesses that Obama came out with. The small businesses get paid in 15, but I'll just give you a heads up. Not everybody knows about that. So sometimes you're going to have to educate them. You're going to have to go get the actual law and now educate the purchaser that they need to be paying you earlier. And I'm not going to say that everything's going to go by that. So like the DOD ain't going to pay you in 15 days. I don't care what law you talking about. So, Uh, I always say be prepared. 90 days at the most, man. You need to be prepared to have money in 90 days. But once again, if you can't handle that, don't go after those opportunities. Right? Um, let's see. Anything else? Got the money signs. I like that logo too, man. I like both of these logos. Hey, shout outs to Brandon. Appreciate you being here, my brother. Big Ron's fades. Come on, man. See that fade? I need to get that fade too. I guess that's fades, clippers. I need to get my stuff cut. And let's see what else we got here. Oh man, I forgot.
It's just different.
We're gonna find something out. Clubhouse, I'm gonna come to y'all in a second too and take a look if y'all got any questions over there as well. Don't forget, make sure you guys are sharing this stuff out.
Pure money, baby.
Tapping in from Milwaukee.
I keep a couple in the bag, homie. I ain't gotta brag. Even when the haters try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure.
Question. I had a contracting officer reach out to me about a contract I had on my watch list. Do they ever call you? I thought it was suspicious. I mean, they could. You know? They can call you and talk all day, right? But honestly, if it ain't in writing, it don't matter. So you don't have to worry about a contract officer calling you and understand. Like, they're not going to ask you for any PII. They're definitely not going to do that. So if they're asking you for some PII, then you should be nervous. But if they're calling to ask if you can handle a requirement or something of that nature, yeah, let them know that you can, and then you need an email about this stuff, you know. But other than that, until it's in writing, it ain't real. That's everything in life. Everything in life needs to be in writing. That's what emails are for. Will your class cover purchase cards and contracting? Yeah, not in the 7-day class. We don't really. Well, here's the thing: contracting is contracting. So whether it's purchase cards or regular contracting, once you can learn how to contract, then you can realize, well, do I want to go after it for purchase cards, or do I want to go after it for proposals? Do I want to go after sole sources? Like, you get to make that decision. But once you learn the basis of contracting, then it's easy to put those other pieces in place. Hopefully that answered you right there. Yeah, laughing at the Alibaba. Yeah, look, Christian said Alibaba shipping ETA be 5 months. You gonna lose the whole contract. Almost got scammed for $200,000. It's true. I'm telling y'all, man. Listen, it's scamming and government contracting, and the scams are a whole lot bigger. That's the other kicker with the scams and government contracting. This ain't no $20 credit card scam. Like, this could be hundreds of thousands of dollars that you could potentially get scammed out of, and it will crush you. I have seen things like that. I mean, physically, emotionally break people because they didn't read. I mean, I just can't get over that part of reading will be the number one thing that you have to do through this. Let me see. Like that. I can. Come on, man. I can. Let me see. Any more questions down here? Question. Dr. Davis, will you inform the community about government updates regarding small business clubhouse? Yeah. Not that update right now. You're talking about that 15%. I'm starting government contracted business. How long I'll be in business before I actually see profits? I don't know, Daniel. I don't know. And honestly, I'm not saying this to pick on you or anything, Daniel, but if anybody comes into this industry with that thought, how long is it going to take me to see profit? You should probably go to selling on the internet. Like sell ebooks or courses, or do something on the internet. This ain't that space. If you have a get rich quick mindset, or I need to see money right now mindset, and this ain't gonna work, you will not succeed in this space. I'm just gonna tell you straight like it is. And it's just not for you. This ain't the customer. But if you come in here with the mindset to understand that I can create wealth. Here's the thing. Let's just say I taught you some shit that made you $5,000 right now. A lot of people will get excited. Like, oh my God, I just made $5,000. I've never made $5,000 outside of my job before. So you're excited naturally. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever taught us about sales. Nobody's ever taught us that we can make $5,000 in a day, let alone in a couple hours or through an email. You know, nobody's ever taught us this. So we get excited for that to happen. But we forget, usually when stuff like that happens, there's no real business formula behind what went on. So it was just like, yo, you made some money, but you can't sustain it. So now I'm telling you about an industry that, again, I don't want you to think about getting rich quick. I don't even teach people that. That's why I'm saying right now, when people use that type of logic, I be trying to like, yo, you should go to another person's channel, somebody that really talks about, making money from government contracting. Like, I would make some money right now, money right now. Like, go to that type of person, because I'm only going to be educating you something on that builds money for the rest of your life. And I'm going to educate you in a way that once you learn how to do it, you'll realize that I need to write down the instructions on how I did it. So when I leave this earth, I can give this to my children, because government contracting ain't never going to go nowhere. It was here before I was born, and it's going to be here after I leave this earth. So if you learn how to do this thing at an ultimate level, for them little badass kids out there, when they decide that they finally ready to make some money, you can now give them instructions on how to work with the world's largest customer, instead of just giving away money like majority of the parents do, and then everybody broke. You ain't really helped the child out. So again, you got to come in here with a little different mindset, that I'm going to be building wealth, not getting rich quick, and it will change everything over for you. So I don't even like to answer how fast you can get money. I don't know how fast you can get money. I don't know how hard you're going to work. How do we find the suppliers? I just showed you on the internet. We got some super chat coins going through here. Desiree, I appreciate you for the super chat coins. By the way, if you have purchased any coins from me on any live right now, let me show you this right here on any live. Look, I like to share the wealth around here. I want you to go to travisknows.com. Okay, so anytime you buy a badge from me or anything of that nature, I want you to go over to travisknows.com. I want you to scroll down here to the bottom. There's a link that says get the sauce. All right. You put your email and stuff in there. We're going to match it up to the individuals who purchased those coins like you say that you did. And we're going to have some special sauce that we're going to give you as a token of our appreciation for supporting everything that we got going on over here. So Desiree, make sure that you go slide over to travisknows.com or click the link in my Instagram bio. Fill that out so you can go ahead and get some of that sauce that's going to come to you. But I appreciate you for that support right there. I'm very grateful every coin that I get. All right. What is the difference between the e-course and the Pure Money Club? Pure Money Club is my marketing. We teach about marketing, digital marketing, online and offline marketing, business strategies, more so just all business. It has absolutely nothing to do with the government. So that is the biggest difference. My Pure Money GovCon e-course is just all government contracting. It ain't going to teach you about nothing marketing, affiliate marketing, nothing on the internet. It ain't going to talk about none of that, just government contracting. So that is the biggest difference. My Pure Money Club is for online business and offline business. My Pure Money GovCon e-course is for government contracting 100%. All right. Hopefully that answered your question there. Travis, how much is Fed bid softball? It's a lot of scams out there. I don't know what Fed bid softball is. You should watch out for that one. If you're talking about Fed bid speed, I think it may be like $50 or something like that. You're more than welcome. Just go to the site. I should have the link under. Once again, if you come here to travisknows.com, you click on access the 7-figure tools. You can actually come right down here and you can get Fed bid speed right there. So you can make sure that you got the right link to access the stuff that they got going on there. Hopefully that answered your question there. Um, Come on, Terrell, you can get on my level right now, brother. You can get on my level right now. It's a mindset that I'm on. It ain't a dollar amount. It's just a mindset shift. Once anybody shifts their mindset, trust me, you can surpass whatever I'm doing. What is the success rate of my students? I don't know, Emmanuel. I never asked them. Because the information is there. It's on you to take it. Here's the thing, man. I don't measure anything that I do off somebody else. Do you wanna ask me about me? You know what I'm saying? I can show you my track record. I don't have time to tag behind people and ask them, are you following the directions that I told you to do? If you want to look at my directions, who was that? Manual. You want to look at my directions? You want to look at my results? Well, I mean, see, in the beginning of the year, somebody was like, well, Travis, you ain't popping up on USA Spending. You ain't popping up on FPDS because I told them in the beginning, this is only for prime contractors. And I never took on prime contract work because I don't want to. But, people kept popping off at the mouth like, well, Travis, if you ain't doing prime contract work, then you don't know about government contracting. So, I had to shut them up too. So once again, do you want to look at my results? Well, I'll show you mine. You can come look at Malmar, okay? I said 2023. We ain't do 2023. You can see, I told you I just wanted to win the prime contract to shut people up. Oh, my bad. I ain't showing my screen. You can come to USA Spending, look at Malmar. You can see that we just got awarded this contract, $833,000 for this year. It turns into a $4.5 million contract because it increases every year. So you want my results? You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to compete with somebody else and talk about student success rates and all that. What do you want to do for yourself? And that's what we can compare it to because my results, my actions work, as you can see. All right. Come on, William. We're not showing up. It's time to change that. That's all it takes. Show up. Show up and show out. Don't worry about nobody else. Stop measuring yourself to other people. This customer got the money for you. What do you need to worry about what somebody else is doing for? Man, I never worry about anybody. It's worth it. I feel confident now finishing the 7-day challenge. Come on, talk to him now. Hey, man, look, I be dropping value in the 7-day challenge. Honestly, the 7-day challenge should cost more money than what it costs, but, I try to educate my people. And I educate you on working on the internet, too, during that 7-day challenge, by the way, the last day. So you actually kind of learn how to do both things. Are there problems if I try to sell? Are there problems if I try to sell my company if I have active contracts open with the government? Absolutely not. You sell the company with the active contracts, and that just moves over to the other company owner. Now, if you have what is this, Mika? I'm guessing you are a female. I could be wrong, but if you are a women-owned business and you have a women-owned contract, well, now you need to sell that business to another women-owned company so they can still hold those contracts. So if you was to sell your company to a male-owned business and those contracts was one under women-owned, they're going to lose the contracts because it's no longer a women-owned business. So that could be an option right there, depending on the type of contracts that you got. But for the most part, if you're a women-owned business, there will be another women-owned business that wants to purchase you to expand their capabilities. This happens all of the time in government contracting. You'll see a lot of people wanting to get their business up to like $300 million and then sell it to like Lockheed Martin or somebody. And these companies like doing that because it grows their capabilities and past performance by buying you out. And they realize like, yo, I can spend $300 million to get work because you're already going to have contracts active. So they're going to spend $300 million to, at worst case scenario, make $350. And then the only reason they did that is because they got some connections for another opportunity and they needed your expertise or experience that you've built in order to go win $500 million. So you'll see this happen all the time. All right. Hey, I appreciate you dropping. Hey, Diane, I appreciate you dropping. Once again, make sure that you get to travisknows.com, fill out that sauce right there. Appreciate the support. on that $10 right there. Again, I don't take any dollar. $1, $10, 100,000. I appreciate every single dollar that a person shares with me. Don't forget, guys, you people who have taken the 7-day challenge already, that you could tell other people about it. Use your link and make $100. You can do that for every day that I run that 7-day challenge. You can tell somebody else about it and make yourself $100. Get that affiliate link and utilize it. Yeah, I remember how I taught you to make some money on the internet at the end. Make sure you are utilizing it to put some money in your pocket. All right. What does it say? When you pay attention. That's a fact. Come on now. It shows that you're putting the feet in your dreams. Put your feet in it. Come on, man. You got to invest in the education that's going to change your life. Guys, do you know the number one investment in this world? Can anybody, matter of fact, the first person, I need you to have Apple Pay. The first person who can tell me what the number one investment in this world is through the chat, I will Apple Pay you $50 right now. The first person who could tell me what the number one investment in this world is right now, I will Apple Pay you $50. I'm telling you, Erica be on. Oh, Erica. Somebody beat you to it. Now, I'm going to give another opportunity here. I'm going to see if Gerald, you say it yourself first. You were the first one to say it yourself. What are you investing in yourself? So I'm going to see if Gerald knows this answer. If Gerald does not know this answer, okay, what exactly are we investing into when you say yourself? If you know this answer, because yourself is a little broad, you know. So I'm still going to give you 25, but if you can give me that answer, Gerald, in the next 20 seconds, I'll give you the other 25. If not, if somebody else puts the answer right there, what exactly are you investing into yourself? Like, what are we investing? Because, see, I can invest in myself and I can work out better, right? That's investing in myself. My body gets a little bit, but what are we, what we got, Gerald? I'm looking for Gerald to pop up. All right. Education and learning. I'm going to give you the whole 50, Gerald, because you got it. It's the brain. The brain is the only thing that can take a $1,000 course, a $500 course. It could take a free YouTube video and give you a return on investment. Do you hear me? I seen somebody put real estate as the number one investment. That's the number one money protector. I can protect my money in there, but that ain't the number one investment. And the reason why is because I'm always going to be capped. Like the house is what it is. It can't make more than what the market allows it to make. So it can't be the number one investment. The brain, once again, you could take a YouTube video and you could literally, with no money, it took you 2 hours for the brain to hear something different and then for it to come up with a dream, a vision on how it's going to do something. And then in the next 30 to 90 days, the brain could take free information and turn it into 6 figures. Can't no house do that. The brain can take a $5,000 course and turn it into a $500,000 payday by the end of the year. Ain't no piece of real estate going to allow you to buy that shit for $500 and then turn it into $500,000. So I can't say that that's the best investment. Ain't no stock, ain't no trade going to take $50 and turn it into $1 million. And that's what most people try to do. The math just don't math. That's not smart. But when you invest in the brain, it could be from a book. It could be from a coach. It could just be from you traveling to the other side of the United States because you never got out of DC before. One flight can change your entire mind, and it can become a millionaire mind because the mind seen something it never seen before. That is the number one investment, is your mind. And I know I've seen education a lot of times. Guys, let me just tell you, you cannot be educated on anything that you do not take action on. So just because you heard me talking today, you heard somebody else talking, you pulled out your notebook and you wrote notes. I show all the time. Y'all can watch. I have a drawer right here that is full of notes. I mean, I probably got over 1,500 pages of notes, and I don't even know what the damn notes is talking about because I didn't apply any of that information. The only way I can get educated is to take those notes that I wrote down for my eyes to see and for my brain to conceptualize. The only way that I can prove that the thoughts that came through my brain is true is trying it, by taking action. That is when I get educated. Whether it gives you the results that you want or not, you got to understand that the action gave you results to make yourself better every day. So I got to go back each time and keep trying this thing out because that investment in the brain will change your whole mind. Gerald, I want you to send me your phone number. Again, I hope you got Apple Pay. I want you to email me your phone number to info@officialtravisdavis.com so we can send you your $50 in Apple Pay. If you send it right now, you know what I'm saying? We can send it and you can get the whole money on live. You ain't got to wait. Gerald, I'm letting you know now, Gerald, if you wait, chances are that I'm probably going to forget. You know, my mind ain't really that good on these type of things. So, again, email me info@officialtravisdavis.com, your cell phone number, so I can Apple Pay you your $50 for answering those questions there, Gerald. I appreciate you for participating in today's episode of I Really Don't Know What I'm going to call that, but we to the moon. All right. Anyways, back to the questions. Let me make sure I got everybody's question out of the way. Let me jump over here to Clubhouse real quick. Make sure they ain't had no questions. Cool. I don't see any over here. Said I can't find the QuickBooks link. Go to travisknows.com. Go to my tools, and then you'll see the QuickBooks link. I seen the county vendor site filling orders. Yep. Hey, the county and your local government is just as good as the federal government. I just don't talk about it because I don't know everybody's state or county. I have to learn them, so I just don't bring it up. But once you learn federal government contracting, state and local, it's just the same thing. It's just another system. That's all. Let me see. Do I have any? I work for the government. I work for a government contractor. What's the top 1 or 2 things I should focus on learning first? How to manage the people. That's the only thing you really need to learn. Yeah. How do you manage people? And if you can, sales, if you can get part of their business development team, learn sales and how to manage the team, because that's all business is. You never see the business owner doing the work. They're working on managing all the goddamn employees that's complaining, the employees that's trying to figure out how they can skip work for the day because they was partying the night before. The employees is trying to calculate leave and trying to screw you over. The employees is trying to sit inside of your business and take all of your business insider secrets so they can start their own, even your employees. Yeah, that's what you're going to do as a business owner. Figure out how the hell to maintain the clowns. The business owner ain't sweet, man. You really got to just sit back. Just sit back for a second and think. While you was at work, how many clowns was around you at work? You could have been a clown yourself. I was a clown at one of my jobs. When I was working back when I was 16, I was damn sure the clown. Everybody's been through it, you know? So you got to understand, when you go to start your own business and run employees, that's exactly what you going to run into. It ain't going to be no different because you black, young, male, female. Like, employees do not care. Get prepared. All right? Shifting gears a little bit. But what years did you play for VSU? You played for Norfolk State from 01 to 05. I played for VSU from 05 to 09. We just missed each other. Matter of fact, I believe I was the last year of the Labor Day Classic. They stopped my years. Again, do you need a website? Do you need a website selling government products? The answer is no, you do not need a website, but a website would, be good, but you do not need a website. Any testimonials from the course? I mean, just look through the chat. A couple people told you some testimonials. Anybody want to give a testimonial? Anybody that's out there that's in any of my courses, any of my programs, do y'all want to give a testimonial for my man, Manuel? Because he ain't believing me over here. Manuel like, Travis don't know. I ain't trusting shit that Travis got to say. If anybody wants to give a testimonial, you're more than welcome to reach out to Emmanuel and give him that testimonial. What about your next codes under your business bank account? Great question, Daniel. That's very important. Your NAICS code for your business bank account. It's important that you pay attention to your NAICS code to open your business bank account, because if you were to open something like, let's say you're in the trucking industry, right? And you go to open your business bank account with the trucking industry NAICS code, you're starting out in a high risk business. So when they go to look at your loans or any of that stuff that you want to go file for, they're going to be looking at you as a high risk business. So you're going to be in different terms. So you may want to use a different NAICS code that's not high risk for the bank account side. So you set that up as the primary. Could be a possibility. I'm not telling you that you got to do that. Okay. Please do not take my word and say that you got to do that, but just be mindful when you strategize, okay, for your future growth. How am I going to utilize my NAICS code for, if everything you're doing is in trucking and that's what you really know about, then use the trucking NAICS code, because that's what you're going to be going after, trucking contracts. So you don't want to avoid yourself out of there because of that situation. Hope that answered your question there. Gerald, I'm still waiting for this number, Gerald. Hopefully I get it before I get off this live. He ain't trying to make that money. All right. Let's see. Second question. If I find a bid and I know a company who can do the work, do I position myself as a sub or prime? That will be your choice. If they're not in the government system, then you're gonna have to be the prime. If they are in the government system, you better make sure that you got your paperwork correct. Because if you bring it to them and you give them all the information to be the prime, then why would they need you? So make sure that your lawyers and stuff got everything tight, so you'll be on their team as a subcontractor, and then you'll be good to go. But that's part of getting started in business. That's one of the smartest ways that I tell people is to go help prime contractors win work, and you could position yourself to get one or two employees on that opportunity right there. But you just got to be very careful, man. People ain't just gonna work with you because it's government contracting. They will snake you. Trust me. You'll get snaked in no time in this world. You give somebody a couple $1 million, like you gave it away. Relying on that, we kumbaya. Nah, this ain't kumbaya over here. Let's see what we got. Any more questions? Reading is fundamental. Come on, man. Guys, they're not hiding any of this stuff. It's all on SBA.gov. Just got to do a lot of reading. The meet and greet later this year should be there. Oh, yes, guys. Hey, listen. If y'all really want to hang out with the kid, you know what I'm saying? If you go to that Travis Knows website, go to the bottom, join our Facebook group, Pure Money Legacy. You can come to our Friendsgiving, our Pure Money Gang. Listen, when we say gang, it's gathering the network and genuinely. But we've been doing a Friendsgiving every year here in the Washington, D.C. area, because there's nothing like meeting in-person energy. Manuel, that's where you come meet me at, Manuel. You can see I'm a real person. I ain't scamming. I'm telling you the truth. That's the whole reason that we do the Friendsgiving, because there's so much stuff going on out here. Sometimes I got to look some people in the eyes. I got to see if you're real or not, if you're bullshitting me. So we actually have this Friendsgiving so you guys can all come out here. You guys can start building relationships with like-minded individuals. All the people who don't know me 100%, you a little iffy, come on out, man. Break bread. You'll be in our home area. You get to talk to us, touch us, feel us, ask questions, whatever you want. It's going to be a little libation going on, so don't ask too many questions for too long, because you may get drunk answers. But outside of that, we're going to have a really good time. November 10th, 11th, I believe. One of them dates, 10th or 11th, that weekend of that time, November 10th, 11th, will be the Friendsgiving in Washington, D.C. Once again, you go to Pure Money Legacy, jump in our Pure Money Legacy Facebook group, and you can see the RSVP for that Friendsgiving. But TT, I'm going to be looking forward to meeting you out there. Dang, Diane, you gave me another 10? Come on, or is that the same 10? It don't matter. I'm still going to show you some love for sharing that $10 with a brother today. I'm definitely going to go get me some vegan cookies with that today. I'm just letting you know. So I appreciate you. Working on my network. So next year, my net worth will benefit my kids. Come on now. Now, once you get all this new money coming in, Sorrentino, guess what? Now we start doing this trust fund game. Trust funds is a whole lot different when you got a couple $1 million to do it. Investing in the stock market is a whole lot different when $2 million is moving. When $2 million move and you get 8% returns, you excited about an 8% return of $2 million. See, you can't get excited about an 8% return of $50. Nothing about that excites you. So you should stop putting the goddamn $50 in the market playing a game that's not going to excite you. It's just going to hurt you because it's impossible to turn $50 into $500,000. That math don't math right in the stock market. So you learn how to make $5 million. So the stock market math, 8% returns in the stock market is really easy to get. All of a sudden, 8% of $5 million is way different than your 8% of $50. So learn how to make more money faster. And then we play the games of moving money. You feel me? I see my man Aubrey is in the house, man. Hey, Aubrey, he's another one crushing government contracting. He's in the course, man. I always give it up to Aubrey, man. He ain't playing no games. He out here in these streets building relationships. Every time I look up in the chat, he's on it. He's moving. So y'all want to tap into somebody that's moving? Aubrey, reach out to him. He's just looking for testimonials. I know. I'm not arguing with him at all. And I'm just telling you the answers of why I don't have testimonials. So the same way that he's just looking for testimonials, I'm just telling you why I ain't got them. I don't need a testimonial when I'm on here live every week. What do I need somebody to validate what I'm saying for? This is what I'm telling you. So the same way, again, if people got upset at me telling him about the testimonial, well, if that hurt you, you really ain't ready for this government world. You know what I'm saying? If that hurts your feelings, man, I apologize. But the world's going to keep moving on. And I'm going to keep moving on. And I'm telling you, all your testimonials is in every video that I've put up here on YouTube. What more validation do you need? I don't know. This is the thing. You don't have to buy none of my programs. That's what I'm telling you. You can literally watch the videos and come up with your own testimonial. Why do we always need somebody? Like, I could see if I just had one video up here, right? If I just talk one time, like, I could get it. Who the hell is this guy talking? I'm here every week. I answer every question. What the fuck else do you want? I'm not tracking people down to find out if what words come out of my mouth is valid. That's for somebody else to do. Do you only need funding to sell products? I mean, look, you don't need no funding. You don't need funding in anything, but you will need money to pay. The government's not going to pay you to build a business. They're going to pay you for the work that you've done. So for products, you got to buy the products, deliver the products, then the government's going to reimburse you whatever you charge them. So if it costs you $50,000 to get the products delivered and for the products, and you charge the government $70,000, you should put the $50,000 on your credit card if you can, because we're talking about products. I'm going to swipe it on my credit card because it's going to build credit, right? And the government's going to pay me $70,000 on the back end. I'm going to pay off the 50 and I'm going to keep the 20 and I'm going to do it all over again. Not only did I make $20,000 in profit, but I also got $50,000 in points from my credit card, which is going to raise my status, which allows me to travel and build relationships up, and it doesn't come out of my pocket. So you should always have in the mindset, you're going to need some money at some point. You don't need money to win the contract. You need money to sustain the contract. So for the service-based side of the house, it's just like you at work, right? So you're going to be submitting invoices in like 30 days. You can't invoice the government for something that you didn't do yet. So your employees got to come to work. They have to perform a task for at least 15 days. Usually the government's going to want to invoice in 30 days. So that means that people have to come on, they have to work for 30 days so you can have time to charge the government. So that's a 30-day window because your employees are going to get paid at least every 15 days. I would advise you to do the 15th and the 30th, not every Friday, to save yourself some money. So in a quarter of a month, you have come out of 2 payrolls. That's what you have to pay. You pray that when you submit that invoice that they will pay you before the next payroll on the 15th. Odds are it ain't going to happen like that. So now I need to cover at least the next payroll before hopefully I can get paid. Chances are you got to do another payroll and then you'll get paid. So, that is about 4 payrolls that you're going to need to prepare yourself to pay before you see a dollar come back in. So now you could be looking at 3 to 4 months before you break even. And then after you break even in those 4 months, now everything that you got is just funneling in profit. I hope that explained the funding side of the house for you there. All right. Hey, man, look, I'm just telling y'all, so look, I ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's okay too. It's no hard feelings. I still love every person. I just have no cut card. I just don't have time. And it is okay with me. I mean, it might not be okay to everybody, but what type of business do you have, Mika? That's a great question right there. Terry Davis, you my cousin, man? Come on, man. I love all my cousins. Treasury bonds. Come on, man. When we talking about some real investments over here now. I'm telling you, man, listen, investment get a whole lot more fun when you got money to invest. You can diversify and all types of stupid shit. What you are able to do to advance. I'm not sure what that was towards Diane. Maybe that was for somebody else. I'm skimming through the chat fast. Education mentorship. Comment. I've never heard you say, Ryan, I was in your last 7-day challenge. I had 2. Oh, Gerald. Gerald. Man, you got all these damn names. Gerald got all these Zoom accounts, different days. What's going on, man? No, I wonder why you got that out there. But no, appreciate you for being here tonight. Oh, man. No. Am I missing anything? Dang, chat was active today. I like it. Too much information and not enough action. Hey, y'all need to follow Erica. I'm trying to tell y'all. I got to follow Erica. She got the sauce. Erica, what's your Instagram? Do I follow you on Instagram? Go ahead and put that down here. How do I get Pure Money shirt? Oh, Brandon, you talking about Pure Money shirts? So, actually, Brandon, I'm not gonna have these for sale. These are for people who get in. Well, these particular ones right here are for people who get into my larger ticket item community. But we will have other shirts. If you guys have ever seen my Pure Money shirt across the chest, those will be available for sale. Plus, we're going to start. That's going to start being part of the package when you guys come into some of our programs. That you get our swag and a couple other things that we're going to give you. I'll give you guys a secret to everybody who, after the 7-day challenge, the people who got into my higher ticket program, as well as the individuals who got into my higher ticket program from King Ashley's event. Your welcome kits are almost ready. One of the biggest things I'll be putting in there for you guys is Eric Thomas's book. What is it? UOU, I believe that he just wrote. I read a couple pages of it, but that book is fire. So I'm looking forward to delivering these welcome kits to y'all. It's going to have all that good stuff in here. All right. Say, Erica, your IG can't be found. See, look, I was looking for your IG too, Erica. I ain't the only one. Where's the IG? Yeah, where's the IG? All right, let me see. Did I miss anything else? Question: should I break into government contracts myself or with 1 or 2 trusted friends or peers? Beautiful question. In my perfect world, Khalib, I hope I'm saying that right. In my perfect world, it would be great to do this with some friends, some trusted loved ones. That would be the best thing in the world to do. But we talking about big money. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about $5,000, Khalid. And things get ugly when this money starts to get involved. Loved ones become non-loved. Friends become enemies. So again, I'm not telling you no. That's not my answer. I told you I would love for that to happen, but I want you to make sure that these are really truly trusted people that you can get involved in, because things can get ugly. And it's because of the money. The money's not evil. It's just people never had it at this amount. And, I don't try to knock people, I don't try to blame them because, you know, you guys, how many of you guys have ever heard the term or people say, oh man, you got all that money and you didn't change? Put a yes in the chat if you've ever heard that. If you've ever heard people like, man, that person got all that money, they didn't change and became a brand new person. Go ahead, drop a yes in the chat if that has ever come across your plate. Now, back in the day, I used to say that too. Like, yo, people done changed. They done got all this money. They acting brand new. I said that because that's what the hood told me too, right? That's what my parents were saying. That's what my cousins were saying. That's what anybody around me said when somebody else got more money than them. So I repeated those same words. But what I realized is you have to change. See, people talk about me and they like, yo, Travis to change. Like, if you still want me to be the TD that I was when I was in college, that TD wouldn't have made it to where I'm at today. It's impossible. You cannot be the same person that you was making $50,000 and now you making $2 million. You just can't be the same person. You have to change because you now got to figure out how the hell to operate $2 million. It's a whole different ballgame to operating $50,000 a year. You got people calling your phone all the time now. Every time you want to go hang out with friends, they looking at you to pick up the check. Anytime you utter something out of your mouth that costs money, everybody just looking at you. And now you feel guilty if you don't pay these type of things. Because you like, yo, I got it. Everybody looking at you like, yo, you got it. But damn, you had to work to get it too, the same way that they could have worked and got it, but they didn't want to because you got it. And now you got it for everybody else. And you're going to have to fight with that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to fight with that mindset. And if you do it with some friends, and let's say you worked out the deal where, I'm 75% owner and y'all got the other change. They didn't really believe. But then all of a sudden y'all make $200 million and you want your 75% of the $200 million. You got beef. It wasn't because, they had a problem. They just didn't believe. It's kind of like I Am Athlete. I don't know if you guys paid attention to I Am Athlete, but Brandon Marshall went through the same thing. They didn't believe that the podcast would take off the way that it did. And once it did, they wanted the same results that Brandon Marshall was getting. But they didn't invest how Brandon Marshall invested because they didn't believe in the beginning. Poor people passing over opportunities repeatedly. This is what people were built to do, pass over opportunities because we're scared of money. We think that, there's a scarcity around the dollar when the dollar is of abundance. But only a couple people understand that it's of abundance. So the chances of you building and formulating a team that's going to understand that, I think it's going to be hard. Not saying that it can't be done. I'm just saying that it's going to be hard and you should keep your head on a swivel, Khalid. Hopefully that answered your question there. Now, I would tell all the men too, if you can open a business in your mother's name, sister's name, cousin name, that's a female, and you get 49% ownership and they get 51%, I mean, that would be the smartest way to go, so you could take advantage of the things that are going on in today's world. And women are leading the charge right now, especially in government contracting. All right. I purchased before the high ticket course. I'm confident to do biz now. Once I get awarded, I'll purchase the main course. Come on, man. We still gonna be here. Get that money coming in, and then you can come on back to the Pure Money Gang. We gonna be here. I set up under art retail. I just wanted to get it open. Yeah, I'm guessing you set your business up with the NAICS code under art retail. You can go back and change it though. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let me see. Did I miss anything? I think the primary benefits would be coming the ability of adding multiple certifications that you wouldn't be able to get yourself. I no, that is Ryan. That's a great strategy, right? You go get the certifications that somebody else can't get, right? So you go get your women-owned certification, or you have your veteran-owned certification, and then you go find opportunities that white men have been winning the whole time, right? And then and this is the purpose of my group, right? You should be strategizing with the other people. So you go inside of my group, you find two other veteran-owned businesses, and you fill out all of the stuff as far as, let's say it's a RFI. You fill out the response for the other two veteran-owned companies in my business on their letterhead. You email it back to them, tell them to email it to this person by a certain time. You put that B minus response on their letterhead. You put the A plus response on your letterhead. You submit it. Now you're going after opportunities that only white males have been winning this entire time. So now all of a sudden, since I got ahead of it before it got on sam.gov, I'm making it aware to everybody that, hey, I'm a veteran-owned business that wants to do this job. Now, it just so happens I know personally that two other veteran-owned businesses applied. They probably don't know because they can't possibly tie us together. Like, it's impossible. So now that the other two applied, I'm getting the OSDBU, the small business agency of that company. I mean, the small business department of that agency involved in this too. Because I want to ask, why didn't you move this over to small business so we're not in competition with everybody else? Because you got the rule, the FAR rule of two. I got two veteran-owned businesses that showed up, but we did three just so you could not say that it was only two or something. We went above and beyond. So now we got three that's there. I want to ask why you're not moving this over to a veteran-owned opportunity, which they have to do now. Now, all of a sudden that it gets moved over to a veteran-owned opportunity, you did the research before. Only white male companies have been looking at it. And now that it's moved over to veteran-owned, it was three companies that submitted after this opportunity for veteran-owned, and only one of them knew about it. That was you. The other two, you just filled out the information for them. So what just happened is now you have no competition. I hope that makes sense. I know I went through that. Again, that's why you jump in the course, so I can break this stuff down a little bit more. It's hard to understand everything that I'm saying. This is honestly why I don't answer DMs, guys. Like, I just don't answer DMs because I can't talk to you all day about the same stuff over and over again. This is why we had the group to chat and things, because once again, I don't believe that you could pick this stuff up at one time. Hey, Manuel, I'm glad that you're still here, man, and you didn't get upset, man. See, other people was getting upset. I ain't trying to play nobody out here, man. It just is what it is. This is how I operate. All right? I really appreciate this channel, Christian. I appreciate you for being here, man. I appreciate you for being here, soaking in this information. Hopefully you didn't hit that share button. In my time as sales professional and leading teams, these are straight facts. Hey, Ryan, let me tell you something, man. If you were in leading a team in an organization, this is why, anybody who plays sports can do government contracting. Like, I did football. I was the linebacker. We had to do a lot of things of moving the team, knowing the plays, understanding who's next to us and what what the offense is about to do so we could counter their plays. This is business to me. It's the same thing as a business owner, right? But see, the beauty about this business is I used to be the linebacker. So when the ball got snapped, goddammit, the missiles was coming at me too. But what I realized is the best seat in the house is coaching. You can coach from the sideline. You can coach from the skybox. You can just be wherever you want with the headset and tell people what they need to do. But see, with a coach, you can't yell at me, right? So a coach couldn't yell at me. You yell at me. I'm who you think you're talking to? I'm the dog on this field. You don't talk to the dog that way. You may could talk to Steven over there that way, but you about to come to me like this. I go sit on the sideline and we'll lose every game, guaranteed. Who you think you is? So as a coach, you got to learn how to operate each player. It's the same thing to business. The same way on the football field, you got some clowns. The same way on the basketball court, you got some clowns. What do? They make cuts. They get you off this team. You had AB, great player. But what happened? He started acting like a clown. So Mike Tomlin got him up out of there quickly because he seen it coming. You got to be able to do the same thing with your business. It's going to be some clowns. You got to get them up out of there quickly. I advise you guys to look at one of my YouTube videos. I got a deck of cards that I teach you about business. That's how your mindset needs to shift in order to operate people. You got to be able to know how to manage people. And trust me, if you've been leading teams, Ryan, you already ready to go, man. You are a project manager at this moment, and you could project manage $1 million contract already. Here's the kicker, guys. A lot of us count ourselves out with experience, guys. You have years of experience right now at this moment. And if you were a project manager of a company that was $100 million, well, goddamn it, you got $100 million experience. You operated and managed that company for whatever project that you was on. If you did not manage that project, they couldn't keep collecting them coins. So that means that you have experience. Don't you count yourself out. Don't you ever count yourself out when we talk about experience. All these years y'all been working and y'all be talking about, I ain't got experience yet. I'll be damned. Your middleman video was the best. Simple, plain, and easy. Come on, man. I appreciate that. I don't know if that's the wife or the husband, but both of y'all. Shout out to y'all. All right. Go back and watch those videos, man. Again, there's tons of videos right here. All right, tons and tons of videos. I can't wait to I think I have answered everybody's questions thus far. Again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out here. I am going to be playing around with the videos of when I go live. I'm looking at the data. I may change YouTube to Wednesdays, or I may switch YouTube to Mondays and put Instagram on Wednesdays, but I'll send an email out about that. So if you're on any of my list, just pay attention to your email about any changes that are coming up. And the reason we're doing that is because everybody stops watching YouTube after Thursday night. People out in the club or whatnot having enjoyed themselves on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So all of my data syncs on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And of course, you know, these platforms are based on algorithm. So I think if I started at Monday, the algorithm, because all during the week, my algorithm is at the top. Literally after the weekend, like it jumps up on Monday. So I'm thinking about doing these lives on Monday so they can watch the YouTube videos all throughout the week and keep that algorithm flowing when we go live. But once again, that's a little problem that I got to deal with. If you guys go ahead and, or if you're on any of my list, you'll be able to get updated when I do let that out. Don't forget, guys, make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button, hit that like, that share button, so we keep getting this information out to each and every person. If you want to stay updated with my social media channels, once again, visit Travis Knows, gotta put that in front, www.travisknows, doesn't matter how you spell knows, just put an S on the end, .com. You'll find links to everything that I'm talking about today, whether you want to get in the 7-day challenge, which if you're just starting out, you want to get your feet wet and understand it, join the 7-day challenge. That link will be there on Travis Knows. The next class starts October the 17th, 11:30 a.m. All the videos will be recorded. You'll have access to it for 30 days. And most importantly, the minute that you register, you get to tell somebody else about it. And anytime somebody registers using your link, you get $100. And we're going to be running this challenge every 4 weeks. So that means that every 4 weeks, you're going to have an opportunity to put more money in your pocket. So you can get registered for that. If you're ready to dive into this thing and you know that you're ready to hit the road, get into my 1-year course. My Pure Money GovCon e-course is for 1 year. You're going to get a private channel. You're going to get all of the videos. You'll even get the recordings of the 7-day challenge. So you can go back and watch those as well. But you're going to get so much more. You're going to get access to my Google Drive. You're also going to get access to live Zoom calls every month. Because again, I know this stuff can be challenging and sometimes we can't answer everything through text in our private chat. So I need to do it through Zoom. I say that's your time to be selfish. Ask me about what you got going on, nobody else. Get on that Zoom call so I can help you get over that hurdle. That'll be the last Monday of every month. And again, I know we need some money in our pocket, so you get to tell somebody else about that course. And every time they sign up, you get 25% commissions. Now, the price of that course is going up $100 every 5 purchases. I think the course price may be at $1,800 right now. Don't quote me on it. But once again, every 5 purchases, it does go up $100, which also means that your affiliate commission is going to keep rising. So that's why we set it up like this. We want to put money in everybody's pocket. It's called a circular economy is what we're trying to create right here. So tell somebody about the programs, earn some money. If you want to learn more about government contracting, pick up some free resources that I got, go to govconcheatcodes.com. There's some free resources there that you can take advantage of. I do have to change the link, so give me about 10 minutes after this live. I'll change the link back to those free resources and you can go check those out, download those. If you have suggestions on videos that you want me to teach about, again, govconcheatcodes.com. It has a link there that you can drop as suggestions of a video that you want to learn about. And that's where I'll end up making the content that's going to best help you guys. Now, again, it may not be in the order that you want it to come out in, or it may not be the way that you want it, or the time frame that you want it in. But hey, it's for free. So once again, if you'd like to find out more information on topics that I haven't touched on, go to govconcheatcodes.com. Fill out that tab right there for suggestions. That'll be a great help for myself and everyone else. So I do thank you ahead of time for doing that. Outside of that, guys, that's all that I have. Oh, click travisknows.com. Once you go to that bottom, join my Facebook group, Pure Money Legacy. If you're not making $1,000 on the internet at this moment, well, that's what we're teaching in the Facebook group. It's free. We're teaching you. Go inside of the Facebook group, hit the guides tab, and you can start consuming those videos right there. It's teaching you how to put money in your pocket right now. And if you want to really get freaky on the internet, go to puremoney.club. Get our 10 to 20 minute videos. I really suck at doing 10-minute videos. Like I'm only supposed to be on here for an hour, and now we at 2.5 hours. I really suck at doing videos at a time limit. So those videos are like 10 to 20 minutes inside of Pure Money Club, just teaching you how to utilize social media, how to run ads, how to build your YouTube videos, all of the things that I do to generate myself revenue. I'm teaching you guys in that, except for government contracting. All right. That's in puremoney.club. Don't forget, while you're inside of that Facebook group, if you want to come to our Friendsgiving, make sure that you RSVP there so you can stay updated to everything that we got going on. Outside of that, guys, listen, that's all that I got today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this segment. Drop a fire emoji down there in the comments. That's how we always end it off. Let me know. Put a fire emoji in the comments if you enjoyed anything that you learned today. Go ahead and drop that fire. That's the only way that I know if you guys picked up anything that I put down. Outside of that, I love you all. Hey, shout outs to each and every one of you all. Shout outs to my guy Trey for our Pure Money song. We're going to go ahead and hit that while we get up out of here. Clubhouse. After this close, I seen a question there. I'll come into Clubhouse and answer that question for you. But again, I love you all. I hope that each and every one of you all have an amazing day. Don't forget, if you purchased a badge, I guess what they call it here on YouTube or whatever, emoji or whatnot, make sure you go to travisknows.com, click on that sauce so we can get that over to you. I truly do appreciate the support from each and every one of you all. Love you all. Y'all have a good night.
It's just different.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me,